never was officially a player because he's still in high school, but he had a connection to the program. And when Dana Ford was referencing that it's been an emotional week for the team on our pregame visit, that was one of the things to which he was making reference.
Exactly. And, such a tragedy, and, Godspeed to AJ and family, and thoughts and prayers. And there's been an outpouring of support, obviously, not just from Springfield, but anyone that's been made knowledgeable of this situation, and impact on the Bears moving forward. And, it's a great tribute that they put those T-shirts on tonight, and the players are honoring AJ and his family in the process prior to this tournament.
Well, of course, Shane was talking about the Lady Bears, and they wrapped up the Missouri Valley Conference top seed with their home win last night over Valparaiso. They have senior day tomorrow against Loyola and can win the regular season outright, and certainly have almost assured themselves of an NCAA tournament bid. Their conference tournament is next weekend in Moline, Illinois. Hoops in the Heartland in the Quad Cities. So very best of luck to the Lady Bears in that endeavor. The men's swimming team leading the Mid-America Conference Championships in fairly nearby Carbondale, Illinois, and the baseball Bears with a win today over Maine in their home opener at Hammonds Field. Bears had a big win Tuesday. We got a chance to call the game in Stillwater as they outlasted Oklahoma State 11-10. So always a lot going on, particularly this time of year as the seasons kind of come together. But Mike, whether it's high school or college, there's such a sense of finality at the end. I mean, in some cases, you've built enough of a resume in college that you can, perhaps like Northern Iowa, lose a game and still live to play again in the ultimate tournament. But for most teams, their next loss is their last loss, and that's what makes this time of year so bittersweet and so exciting, because you've always got kind of a net under you, a safety net during the regular season, but it's one and done at this time of year for most.
Exactly, and what you have in this situation is you want your best game to be your last game, or your last game to be your best game. It works either way, and you want to peak this time of year. You want to play your best basketball, but you're not the only one. Your opponent does too, and that's why, and particularly in the game we just saw, overtime, layup with about 3-4 seconds to go. Did not have a good defensive possession for Loyola. They could probably play that again 20 times and probably do a better job. Valpo able to get to the rim, lay it in the hole, win by 1, and then we had crooked numbers there. It wasn't tied, wasn't down 2 or anything like that, and in the process, we had a winner, and that's just so quick, just like that. Loyola could probably play CIT, CBI, but probably not in the NIT. And of course, Northern Iowa was guaranteed that because they were league champions. But in the process, as you talk about finality, it's a realization, and it just comes upon you. And it's not a good thing if you want to keep playing. You're a competitor, and these guys, by and large, do. I've always said this time of year, teams that keep winning are the ones that want to keep playing, and they want to keep fighting and scrapping, and I know we'll see that out of the Bears today.
That Valpo-Loyola game almost was decided on a referee's call at the end of regulation time, because one of the officials had called a shooting foul on Loyola, called it on freshman Marquise Kennedy, and it looked there for a minute like Valpo was going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with no time on the clock and a tie game. But the officials went to the monitor, and they decided the time had expired before the whistle blew. Therefore, the foul was superseded. They played overtime, but Valparaiso won anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And but good officiating. They got it right. And I know sometimes we get frustrated because they tend to go to the camera a lot. And but they're doing that if you have that ability and the process is there, you'd like for it to be obviously as quick as you can get it and get a result, but you still get it right, and we want to be able to always do that, particularly in games of that nature where the outcome is hinging on one possession.
Decent group of fans from Missouri State. I think if the Bears win, there will be more people here tomorrow, but It really was a good crowd this afternoon for the Bradley Southern Illinois game, and just a few minutes ago for the Loyola Valpo game, and most of the fans that cared one way or the other were wearing the maroon and gold scarves of Loyola. Now kind of cleared out a little bit. Bradley fans still well represented tonight, and those of Missouri State and Indiana State as they get set to play in quarterfinal game number 5 in this long day of basketball in St. Louis. Mike, of course, it is a point of pride throughout the Missouri Valley Conference that this is the second oldest tournament at a single site, and by that in a single city, because it was at the old St. Louis Arena, which no longer exists for a few years. But this tournament's been in St. Louis for exactly 30 years, dating back to the Bears' entrance to the league in 1991. Prior to that, they played it at campus sites, and only the Big East, Madison Square Garden, has played in one location longer than this conference.
Exactly, and one of the, there's been talk because the Sprint Center has been able to handle regionals for the Division I group and done it at a very high level. In fact, the Missouri Valley has hosted a regional, not here, but also at the Sprint Center, as well as the ones here, and we'll host one again here this year. But I know there was talk at one time with Creighton and Wichita State and the Bears and the two Iowa schools could put it at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, but the decision was made to remain here. Contract was signed, longer time, and looks like this will be the home for the indefinite future.
If you've tuned in and wondering why we are not describing basketball yet, it's because we are still a ways away. 9:07 now is the tip-off time. Originally it was going to be 8:38, but the game before went overtime, and Valparaiso outlasted Loyola 74-73 for the second big upset of the day. Drake knocked off the top seed Northern Iowa this afternoon 77-56. And then it was Bradley over Southern Illinois, 64-59. So eventually we're going to play. Our officials are going to be Kip Kissinger, Roland Simmons, and Ed Crenshaw for this game. And Bears and Indiana State. Indiana State now with an enrollment of 12,150, and that's pretty well held steady for a number of years. They average 69 points a game, give up 66.5. The Bears average 71.5 in Valley play. That's their highest since 2010. And the last 6 games, Mike, the Bears average nearly 80, 79.8. Now, they ran up some big numbers at home, but this has proven sometimes to be an explosive, offensive-minded Bears team. You combine that with playing hard at the defensive end, then you get good results.
Well, you do, and the Bears have been able to stretch the floor a little bit offensively of late, and in doing so got some transition baskets that maybe they didn't have earlier in the year, and particularly given the non-conference schedule they had and playing some Power 5 schools. And again, we talked about that being an at-large non-conference schedule, and it did not work out for the Bears like that. But as we have said more than once here in the telecast, broadcast, that this thing is, of course, Indiana State's saying the same thing, but this tournament is setting up very well for the Bears, given an opportunity. Again, I'm sure the Sycamores think the same thing, but based on what we saw at Terre Haute, Bears have to feel good about this. Now they just have to go play and finish.
KenPom.com, which is a well-respected website of basketball metrics, had Northern Iowa a 46% chance of winning the tournament coming in. So obviously, based on their regular season performance, that would make sense. But all bets are off now with their early exit. And this is as wide open a tournament as we've ever had at this still relatively early stage, with the second day, the first full day, not yet over.
Well, in 2 years in a row, it's been wide open because Bradley won it last year as a 5 seed, and in their 3 victories, the total margin of victory was 8 points, and they go dancing in the tournament.
Let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification from St. Louis. You're listening to Arch Madness, Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College. still with the shooting shirts commemorating the memory of their recruit, Ashley A.J. James, that they are wearing out onto the court for pregame festivities. It's the Bears and Indiana State about set to go. Thanks for joining us on the Hy-Vee Countdown to Tip-Off show. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip from St. Louis. You're listening to Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Hey, sports fans. Bancorp South knows no matter where you are in life, there's nothing quite like game day. That's why our team of experts is committed to providing the financial resources you need for those tense moments and big wins. Bancorp South is right where you are and proud to be part of your team. Visit bancorpsouth.com/game day for more information. Member FDIC.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the new Hy-Vee Aisles Online app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sale, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $30, and delivery is free with a membership. Save time, shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
Springfield. For 125 years, we've partnered with you, building a community that businesses, educates leaders, and nourishes families. For 5 generations, we've made your health and life our life's work. Mercy, one of the nation's top 5 large healthcare systems. Find out how Mercy helped grow Springfield at mercy.net/MSU Health. Visit mercy.net/MSU Health.
On the Missouri State Sports Network from Learfield IMG College, Bears basketball is on the air.
Jared Dixon from half court. He made it, and the Bears win.
Bears basketball is brought to you by Color 10. Ozarks First proudly supports Bears athletics. Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, State Farm, and by Missouri State Bookstore. This is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. The tip is moments away. Now with a call of the game, here's the voice of the Bears, Art Haynes.
And we just had the singing of God Bless America. They precede each session, game 1, with our national anthem, and then the second game with God Bless America. And that has just been beautifully rendered here at the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis as the Bears and Indiana State get set to play. Let's give you the starting lineups. First of all, for the Sycamores, 18-11 on the season. They were in danger of being in the play-in themselves after the Bears beat them in Terre Haute, and then they won their last 4 games and finished 3rd. Christian Williams on the front line, a 6'6 senior from Decatur, Illinois, averaging 7 points. Jake LaRavia, 6'8 freshman from Indianapolis Lawrence Central, averaging 9 points and nearly 6 rebounds. He made both the all-newcomer and the all-freshman team this year in the conference. And then Trey Williams, 6'7", 245, and a freshman from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. He's averaging 7 points a game. He's 3rd in the league in block shots. And again, just a freshman. Only the 2nd freshman ever to start every game in Indiana State history. The backcourt is a good one. Jordan Barnes, 5'10 senior from here in St. Louis, CBC, averaging 12.5 points a game. He is 2nd in the conference in steals and 4th in assists. So he is truly a multi-threat athlete. And Tyreek Key, a 6'2 junior from Salina, Tennessee, averaging 15.8, 3rd leading scorer in the conference, 1st team all-league. He was 3rd in the Larry Bird Player of the Year voting. That's the starting lineup for Indiana State. Go back, as Dana Ford said they would, to their pre-senior day starting lineup. Julio Da Silva, 6'8 senior from Formiga, Brazil, averaging 10 points and 7 rebounds. He's 4th in the league in rebounding. Josh Hall, he is a 6'6.5-ish junior from Houston, Texas, averaging 5 points a game. And again, he'll draw the starting defensive assignment on Key. Gage Prim in the middle made 3rd team all-conference and the all-newcomer, 6'8 junior from Aurora, Colorado, averaging 13.5 points, almost 5 rebounds. And in the backcourt, Jamonte Black, a 6'3 freshman from Columbia Rockbridge, averaging 3.4. And Ross Owens, a 6'4 senior from Woodlawn, Illinois. He is averaging 2 points a game. Dana Ford in his second year as Missouri State coach with a record of 31 and 32. As the starting lineups have been introduced, the Bears first. They are the visiting team as the lower seed. So Indiana State will be in home white uniforms with royal blue numbers, and the Bears will be in their road maroon uniforms with white numbers. But it is not a home or road situation, as we've been saying. It's a neutral situation. And really, Mike, that's a good crowd tonight for this late game. As we look, there's not a lot of people in the end zones, and they've got the upper level completely curtained off. But as far as from baseline to baseline on the two sides going up, it's pretty full.
Yeah, both the Bears and the Sycamores have a nice turnout here tonight. And as you say, as intimate as you can make a 20,000-seat arena, this looks to be, again, most seats filled, lower bowl, and inline to inline.
So each team has a little video that is presented. And by the way, I mean, a lot of infrastructure upgrades here at the Enterprise Center, and it looks like a new building really right now. They have built some new stadium club situations. They've got a massive, beautiful new four-sided video board overhead, and of course have always had the ribbon board between the upper and the lower levels. But kind of the price of doing business, you have to upgrade and spruce, and they have done that here at the Enterprise Center.
Well, expectation of a Stanley Cup victory might have added a little fuel to this reconditioning or upgrades of the building.
The Bears are ready to go. They're already out on the floor and just completing the introduction to the starting lineups for Indiana State by Bill Shapiro, the longtime PA address man here at the St. Louis Enterprise Center, the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament. Can't remember when he wasn't doing the public address. So again, the Bears and the Sycamores about set to go. About a half hour after the originally scheduled start time because of the overtime game needed. Tonight's opening tip-off is brought to you by the Missouri State Bookstore. Be sure to take advantage of 3-Point Thursdays, where fans can receive up to 30% off all purchases in-store or online every Thursday all season long. Winner will play Valparaiso tomorrow at 5, and Valpo will be playing its third game in 3 days. The winner of this will only be playing their second game in 2 days. And the same is true on the upper side of the bracket. Drake had to play the extra game to get to the semifinals after their upset of Northern Iowa. Gage Prim jumping center for the Bears. It is Trey Williams for the Trees. Kip Kissinger is the lead official. And we are underway, and the ball goes to Indiana State. They'll have it first, shooting at basket left, Arch Madness in St. Louis. Jordan Barnes to the head of the key on the dribble. Flips the ball to Christian Williams. He's a transfer from Iowa. He'll dribble hard off to LaRavia now. He's forced out by De Silva, but now he'll back him down, spin baseline, and score. And a really nice job by LaRavia as Bears did not switch. And he ended up backing De Silva down all the way inside the block, 2-0 Sycamores.
Both teams in man-to-man, and against the Bears man-to-man, it was all dribble drive by the Sycamores.
Prim high-low lob attempt for De Silva. The ball is poked loose, and the Bears commit a reaching foul trying to regain control. So Bears called for a foul. Or just a turnover, actually, on Josh Hall. And so now back to Indiana State. LaRavia hands it off to Jordan Barnes, head of the key. LaRavia, wraparound entry pass to Trey Williams, baseline left, being played by Prim. One-on-one. He will spin. He will twist. He'll flip it up with a right-hand hook. No good. And Prim controls the rebound. Gets it ahead to Black and on to Ross Owens at the three-point line. Josh Hall left foul line extended. Spins Williams around. Now picks up the dribble. Passes on the baseline to De Silva. About 15 feet out. Drives. Spins. Twists. No look pass. Far corner. Wide open three. No good by Black. And the long rebound comes to Indiana State. Black usually makes his first three-point attempt. Christian Williams out of the double team with a bounce pass. And now down low it comes to Trey Williams. Ross Owens falls down. Move it out for an open three that is no good. Attempted by Tyreek Key. And Prim the rebound for the Bears.
And good to see Key miss there because he was on fire against the Bears in Springfield.
Prim, high-low lob to De Silva, and he is bodied up. Ball comes loose, but Black has it, and the Bears save the possession. It is still 2-0 Indiana State. Prim at the high post. He'll shoot from there, and it's short off the front iron. Rebounded by Key. Outlet to Barnes in front court. Barnes at the top of the circle, guarded by Ross Owens, and now he retreats. Jordan Barnes with 271 career threes, second in Indiana State history. Laravia gives it back to Barnes, head of the circle. He probes, he backs out. Step back three, no good. And Hall rebounds for Mo State. Hall across midcourt on the dribble, gives to Prim at the head of the key, and now the right wing to Black. He will go to his left. Two dribbles, out to Hall, open three, no good. And both teams are cold. Rebound Trey Williams. Diagonal pass ahead, and now a whistle and a foul. And that is going to be called on Prim. Or is it on Hall?
Call. And they had another one earlier on Black. They went ahead and called a foul on Jamonta.
Yeah, I thought so on that earlier one. That didn't come up on the monitor. So one on Black and one now on Hall. And it is 2-0 Indiana State, the lead and the ball. Jake Laravia off to Christian Williams, made the all-defensive team this year. He will dribble drive into the lane, put up a tough runner with the left hand, no good. And De Silva blocks out Trey Williams and has the Bears rebound. They head to Black and into the front court, slowly down the near side. Pops it down low to Prim on the right block. One-on-one with Williams. A bump, another bump. Throws it out to Black. Open three, out top, no. Black's 0 for 2, but Prim runs down the rebound. New 20 seconds for the Bears. We played 3 minutes. De Silva now stumbles through the lane. He was bumped, no foul, and the ball goes out of bounds to Indiana State. So the Bears are 0 for 4 from the floor with 2 turnovers and a very cold start. Coach Greg Lansing is up directing his team as Barnes brings it down the near side. Right in front of us, guarded by Owens. Jordan Barnes to the head of the key. Drives to the elbow. Kick out three by Key from the wing, and that is short. Hits off the side of the glass and rebounded by De Silva. They head to Owens. In turn to Prim. Catching it down low. He will twist to the basket, get knocked down, draw a 2-shot foul. So the Bears, Mike, with 2 good passes, got it quickly end-to-end. Ball did not hit the floor, and they got it into Prim on the post.
And the Bears, again, we said on the pregame, trying to extend the floor a little bit, get down to the other end quicker, and particularly with a double low post set and getting the ball to Prim, who makes the first free throw. But solid that time, no lob pass involved, just a really bullet pass into the post. No chance for a double team. Prim gets fouled.
Foul on Laravia. Prim, a 79% free throw shooter, has made the first. 16-29 to go in the first half. Prim makes them both. And we are tied. In 13 previous games as a starter, Prim averaging 14 points, 5.7 rebounds. 2-2 game. Christian Williams bobbles the ball, gathers it back in. Laravia left wing three is good for the freshman forward Jake Laravia. He has all 5 of Indiana State's points. They lead 5-2. Hall to Lamont West, who's come in, and he throws it behind Hall, who saves it. Ball knocked into backcourt, and it'll be over and back. So the Bears with their 3rd turnover in possession to the Sycamores. They are sticking with their original 5. We go under 16 minutes to play in the first half. Barnes lob, difficult catch. Trey Williams out top. Now to Laravia. He's matched up with West. Left side Key. Denied the catch and shoot. Drives across the lane. Now off to Christian Williams. Jumper from the elbow. No good. Offensive rebound Laravia. He's going to try to go again. No. Throws it out to Barnes. Shot fake. Now gets an open shot from 17. Goes 16. But the long rebound to Laravia. And they get another 20 seconds. Left wing Barnes. Bounce pass down low follow Trey Williams. One-on-one with Prim on the left block. One dribble, two dribbles in the lane, jump stop, extra step, stripped to the ball, loose on the floor, picked up by Lamont West.
Ross Owens with the steal.
And long lead pass to Prim by the basket, and he's called for traveling. And we'll get a timeout. So they got the ball to Prim, and on his pivot move, he's called for steps. 15-19 to go in the first half. Indiana State leading the Bears 5-2, and you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
This is a radio ad for Natural Light. Although you may know us as Natty Light. We've got big news. We made a 6% hard seltzer. So move over, basic seltzers of the world, because Natty Light Seltzer has entered the chat. Our seltzers come in flavors like Aloha Beaches, a mango and peach flavored blend, and Catalina lime mixer. When cherry and lime become best friends. Natty Light Seltzer. The seltzer you never saw coming is here. Enjoy responsibly. 2019 Anheuser-Busch Catalina Lime Mixer, Natural Light, Aloha Beaches flavored malt beverages, ales in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Bears and Lady Bears are heating up the hardwoods this basketball season. Don't miss a minute of the action in the latest bearwear from your Missouri State bookstore and team store. From Adidas, the official on-court brand, to Under Armour, Nike, Champion, Russell, and many others. Be in style this basketball season. Can't make it to the games? You can shop 24/7 on our website at MissouriStateBookstore.com for all your bearwear needs. The Missouri State Bookstore, proud supporter of MSU Athletics.
Wilson Logistics is proud to be the official logistics partner of Missouri State Athletics. Wilson Logistics is a fast-growing, family-owned company based right here in Springfield, Missouri, and offers paid internships with flexible scheduling specifically for MSU students. Paid internships are available in marketing, sales, operations, IT, accounting, and human resources. Learn more at wilsonlogistics.com/internships. And bear up.
From Learfield IMG College, this is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Let's celebrate tonight's game with a safe ride home. Buckle up, phone down. Buckle your safety belt. Make sure your passengers are buckled in and put your phone down. Approximately 60% of fatalities on Missouri's roadways involve unbelted drivers and passengers. Crashes involving cell phones are also on the rise. The Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety and Missouri State Athletics encourages you to take the pledge at modot.org/buckle up, phone down. That's buckle up, phone down, bear up. Bears down 5-2 here early to Indiana State, which is just 2 of 9 from the floor. Tonight, the Bears are 0 for 4 with 4 turnovers. Their only points have come at the free throw line.
Exactly, and 2 Indiana State offensive rebounds, both Laravia. Bears with a 6-5 rebound advantage, and only 1 turnover for Indiana State. But the Bears 4 turnovers here early. Can't get a rhythm here. The only basket was a transition basket to Gage Prim on a hustle play, but Bears need to get better at the offensive end here. Defense looks to be fine so far, only giving up 5 in the first 5 minutes.
Bronson Kessinger is in for Indiana State. He's a 6'7 senior. Off now to Christian Williams. He drives into the lane, puts up a tough runner, no good, and Prim yanks down the rebound. Outlook pass to Owens. Ross down the near side. He's bumped by Laravia. Flips it back now to Keandre Cook. He will step back, drive, 2-hand pass to Hall, touch pass down on the block to Prim, spins baseline, reverse layup, good. Gage Prim with a reverse layup. He scored all 4 Bears points, and that's the Bears' first bucket.
Bears took advantage of a mismatch there, Kessinger on Prim, but that's going to be something that the Bears can probably work to their advantage here if this matchup continues.
Entry pass to Kessinger, medium post, back out to Jordan Barnes, diminutive but very active senior guard. He drives into the lane. Ball comes poked loose, high in the air, and pulled down by the Bears. Not a shot, but rather a turnover. Josh Hall down the far side, shakes and bakes, drives baseline, hands it off, backdoor intended for Cook. There's a whistle. Ed Crenshaw and Kip Kissinger make eye contact, and now they get right up next to each other, and they get together on the call. It's going to be a foul on Indiana State.
And good officiating. Kissinger had a foul. Crenshaw had a turnover, and now had to decide which way it was going. Kissinger said, no, I've got a foul. Instead, Bears spot throwing on the baseline.
And that's 2 fouls on Laravia, so that's a big call. He stays in for now. Bears float it to De Silva. Out top, over to Keandre Cook, their leading scorer. Right side, Owens, catch and shoot 3. Yes! Owens from three. He was 3 for 3 from 3 on senior day against Southern last Saturday, and he puts the Bears in front 7-5. Christian Williams between the circles for Indiana State, watched by Cook, who is a willing defender, as they say. Shot fake Indiana State. Kessinger, high post, move it around to Barnes, left side of the bubble. Bears intensify their defense. Laravia with 2 fouls, baseline left. Cross court, 3 by Williams, no good. And Ross Owens, the weak side board for Mo State. Ross down the near side to Hall. Hesitates, drives into the area below the arc. Now out to Keandre Cook with a shot fake. He'll take it into the corner, shoot the 3, and it rattles off no good. West there for the point back, put back. Lamont West right by the bucket, sticks it back in. Bears on a run, lead 9-5. They're on a 7-0 run.
And the Bears have more depth at that 4 and 5 position than the Sycamores, and utilizing it here with Prim and West getting baskets here, point-blank range.
Barnes on the baseline out to Cooper Neese. He's a shooter. Neese to Laravia. Shot fake, head of the key. Drives to the free throw line. Down low to Kessinger. Walled up by Hall. Shot clock at 3. Hook shot by Kessinger. Rolls in. Over the rim and halfway around and down. So Bronson Kessinger, a 4-year reserve, makes it a 9-7 game. Bears still in front. 12:35 to go in the first half. Owens, top of the key to West, right foul line extended. Lamont West, the West Virginia transfer, step back 2, pinballs out, and rebounded by Barnes for the Sycamores. Owens tries to get in his way, but Barnes gets into front court, gets around him now all the way to the glass and scores. So Ross Owens beaten on the dribble, helped up by teammate Keandre Cook, and Jordan Barnes takes it to the rack.
Middle of the floor was open, and Barnes with a nice change of pace, and Ross Owens got on his heels and able to lose it.
9-9 tie. Then Cook loses the ball on the dribble, and I think has committed a foul diving on the floor trying to get it back. We have timeout with 11:59 to go in the first half in St. Louis. Bears and Indiana State tied at 9. After these messages, news and scores from the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. This is Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
The fastest and freshest way to shop is here. Price Cutter Curbside puts the store right at your fingertips. Place your order at PriceCutterOnline.com. We shop and you pick up. Simple. And with 9 convenient curbside pickup locations in Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, and Republic, there's a pickup location waiting for you. Visit PriceCutterOnline.com and start shopping today. Goodbye cart, low convenience. Price Cutter Curbside. Local, fast, fresh.
Combining home and auto with State Farm gets you a whole lot covered for less. But this State Farm radio ad gets you this jam covered for free.
Cover it all, nothing at all. I want my premiums to fall by combining policies for home and auto. Cover it all. And
for more coverage, visit statefarm.com.
From Learfield IMG College, this is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Scores on the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. 3 finals in the NBA today. Thunder over the Knicks, 126-103. It was a 19-point win for the Nets at home, 139-120. And for the Wizards, it was a 118-112 win as they defeated the Hawks in action today. Other conference games are going on as we speak. We'll give you an update on those in our next Great Southern Bank Studio Report. But for now, we'll head back to St. Louis and Art.
Okay, Shane, thanks. The Chevy dealers of the Ozarks are proud sponsors of the Missouri State Bears. Stop in your local Chevy dealer today. Bears and Indiana State tied at 9. The Bears got their points in a 7-0 flurry, which they went from 5-2 down to 9-5 up. Bears just 3 of 9 from the floor. Sycamores are 4 of 13. Bears with some early jitters with the ball as they have committed 5 turnovers.
Well, and neither team obviously shooting at a high rate. Indiana State 31%, Bears 33, but points in the paint favor Indiana State 6-4. But interestingly enough, Indiana State has not taken advantage of the Bears' turnovers. No baskets leading directly to that, but second chance points favor the Bears 2-0. again, off a couple of offensive rebounds.
Jordan Barnes trots across midcourt. Off now to Kobe Barnes. No relation. He's a freshman. Flip the ball to Key, coming left to right across the top of the bubble. Now here's Neese from three, and he made it. Cooper Neese with his 43rd three-pointer of the year. He is the 7th leading scorer in Indiana high school history with nearly 2,500 points. And a sophomore from Cloverdale, Indiana. Sycamores take the lead. Here's Cook trying to answer and misses a wing jumper. Isaiah Mosley, weak side rebound. He puts it up and in. And kind of bodied into the defender, hoping to draw well. Mosley settles for just the two, and it's 12-11 Indiana State. So Prim stays in, but Isaiah Mosley, Cook, Kabir Muhammad now in, and Jamonte Black. Neese on the right wing. Fans out long. Step back, long three. That one's no good, and rebounded by Prim. Bears are getting the rebounds from Prim and Tulio Da Silva as usual. Down the far side, Mosley. Prim will hand off right into the belly of Mosley. One-hand pass to Black, his former high school teammate. Back to Mosley, head of the key. Shot fake, step back, 19-footer, swish. And Mosley, the guy of everybody on the team that can get his own shot about any time he wants it in a variety of ways.
Exactly, and he can also move left or right, but that was a step back and even harder to guard with that kind of depth on your jumper.
Bears by one. Kobe Barnes, 6'5" freshman, to Jordan Barnes, the senior. Bounce back to Kobe Barnes and Jordan Barnes. Now he will shoot the flat-footed three, and it leaves it short. Rebounded by Cook. Bears with a 1-point lead in the ball. Cook, high-low lob to Kabir Muhammad. Catches down to the basket. Now to Prim. Bowls over the defender. No call. Prim just overpowers Kessinger and scores.
No call by the referees that time. Kessinger was under the restricted area, under the arc. Leave it alone. Let him play.
Prim with 6. Bears lead now 15-12. Jordan Barnes in front of the Bears bench over across the way on the right. Reverse it to Neese on the left. In the corner, Tyreek Key. He's scoreless so far. Now he will go and break the schneid on the scoring as he makes a two-pointer from out on the left wing. Key, a 3,200-point scorer in high school, 10th in Tennessee high school history. Mosley lobs for Prim. Turnaround jumper on the baseline. Glassed it off the top of the square and down for Prim using the geometry.
Well, and John Wooden would have been proud. Didn't think anyone used the board as much as they should have. Nice soft touch that time off the post.
Now Key runs into Kabir Muhammad, who reaches around and looked like he had his hand on top of the ball. But Roland Simmons going to call that to be a foul on the arm against Missouri State, which leads 17-14.
Bears have 14 fouls. Indiana State only 2 here with 9:18 to go in the first half.
Muhammad coming off a career game Saturday against SIU of 15 points and 7 rebounds.
Did a great job rebounding the weak side in that game. Did all the hustle plays. Got all the 50-50 stuff.
And Ross Owens deflects and steals the inbounds. Ahead to Mosley. Takes it to the rack. Missed a high-speed contested layup. Ross dives on the floor, but Indiana State comes away with it. And driving the lane is Key. Going to be a foul on the floor against Missouri State. Key going to take it to the basket no matter what. And a good aggressive move on his part. Kabir Muhammad picks up his second foul in short succession. Bears leading 17-14, 9:07 to go in the first half. And Indiana State will inbound. It'll be Christian Williams, a one-time Iowa Hawkeye. First all-defensive Team Valley member for Indiana State since 2011. Christian Williams, who jump stops into the lane, and now whistle and a foul. The out official, Ed Crenshaw's got a foul on Ross Owens. That'll be his first. And 6 fouls now on the Bears. And this will be an inbounds play, so no free throws shot here yet. Bears are 2 for 2 at the line. Indiana State has not gone to the line, so this will be the last before they get in the 1-and-1. Inbounds to Kobe Barnes. All-State in Indiana. Christian Williams at the right elbow. He will hesitate. Drives up the lane. Puts up a shot over a double team, and it does not roll for him. and rebounded by Tulio da Silva. A reach in by Christian Williams. Tulio secures the ball, gets it ahead to Ross Owens. Two-hand pass to Hall, right side. He'll swing it around to Tulio, and down the left side of the bubble to Mosley. Dribble drive to the free throw line. Good handle by Mosley. Now out of harm's way to Owens. He will drive across the lane, stopping the elbow, bounce past baseline. Prim shows the ball, drives in on Williams, flips it up. No. Good defense by Trey Williams, and rebound Cooper Neese for Indiana State. Bears still on top by 3. Bounce it down low to Kobe Barnes. He will post up Mosley. Whistle foul. Going to be a hand check, a cylinder foul. Going to be called on Isaiah Mosley, and that will put Indiana State in the bonus.
Yeah, Roland Simmons says it's going to be on the baseline, but should be a free throw here for Indiana State.
Yeah, that's 7 fouls. And Kip Kissinger sees that. So this will be 1-1 now for the Sycamores. And it'll be Kobe Barnes going to the free throw line. At the line this year, Kobe Barnes is 2 for 11. So he's an 18% free throw shooter. Sends the first one up and missed it. And rebound by West. It came off the rim. Front court to Mosley, being harassed by Neese. Isaiah Mosley's, we had 8 minutes to go in the first half. Owens, catch and shoot 3. No, a little bit short. And the rebound comes to Christian Williams. He will ball handle into front court. He's going to take it to the rack. He runs over Mosley. No call. Short range shot, no good. Bears contested it and come away with a rebound. Tulio gets another one. Da Silva piling up the rebounds. Mosley right wing. Bears a 3-point lead in the ball. Timeout at the next dead ball. Mosley below the free throw line into the lane. Turnaround jumper good. And Isaiah Mosley now just 1 point from Chuck Williams for moving into the school's top 10 single season scoring as a freshman. Bears with their biggest lead, 19-14, coming up on 7 minutes to go in the first half. Christian Williams, left side of the circle to Key on the wing. Key is still scoring. No, he's got 2 points, and now he's got 5 as he stepped back and hit a 3 over Josh Hall. So Tyreek Key with his 55th 3 of the year. He shoots them at a 39% rate. Cuts the Bears lead to 19-17. Mosley on the wing. Now a whistle and a travel called on Mosley, and we'll have timeout. With 6:56 remaining in the first half, Bears have had a couple of nice runs, but have been unable to sustain them so far. They lead Indiana State 19-17, and you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Stay where the team stays. Hilton Springfield, where a warm cookie awaits you during every stay. Located on the corner of Kearney and Glenstone, we do whatever it takes to make you smile, from our full-service upscale hotel to our friendly staff. DoubleTree by Hilton Springfield is a top 10 hotel in all DoubleTree by Hilton hotels in the Americas for overall experience. Proudly managed by O'Reilly Hospitality Management, LLC, be sure to ask for the MSU special discounted rate.
Hey, sports fans. Bancorp South knows no matter where you are in life, there's nothing quite like game day. That's why we're committed to making your experience a little bit better. Our financial experts are here to give you the assist, so you're always ready to make life's next big play. Bancorp South is right where you are and proud to be part of your team. Visit bancorpsouth.com/gameday for more information. Member FDIC.
Wilson Logistics is proud to be the official logistics partner of Missouri State Athletics. Wilson Logistics is a fast-growing, family-owned company based right here in Springfield, Missouri, and offers paid internships with flexible scheduling specifically for MSU students. Paid internships are available in marketing, sales, operations, IT, accounting, and human resources. Learn more at wilsonlogistics.com/internships. Air up.
Learn how to use electricity wisely. That's the power of Webster Electric Cooperative. Art Haynes and Mike Keltner in St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. Shane Freeby in the Great Southern Bank studio back home, and the Bears leading Indiana State 19-17. Bears have heated up a bit offensively after a very cold start. They're 8 for 18 from the floor, 44%. Indiana State is 7 for 20, 35%. And they have 2 more shots because the Bears have been guilty of 6 turnovers, only 3 for the Sycamores.
Only one of those turnovers, though, in the last 6 minutes, and Bears taking better care of the basketball. Bears with a 15-9 rebound advantage, and 3 of those offensive boards, but 2 assists on their 8 made baskets and 3 assists for Indiana State, but 10-6 advantage for MSU in the paint.
Prim with 5 rebounds and De Silva with 4 so far for the Bears. Indiana State with the ball, though, as tie or take the lead. High post bounce pass to Trey Williams, the freshman post. Now Christian Williams steps back, lobs intended for Williams, double team. Bears knock it away. Turnover in Indiana State. Josh Hall in the front court, and he will get it inside to De Silva, right block. He will spin. He'll pivot. He'll hand it back for a dunk. Lamont West. So Lamont throws it down as all the defensive attention was on the right block. He snuck in the back door.
And solid interior passing by the Bears, something they have gotten better at in the last 7 or 8 games or so.
21-17 Bears. Jordan Barnes on the left wing for Indiana State. He dribbles to the head of the key, now passes left side Neese. Mosley staying with him. Neese drives him into the lane, stuck in the lane, out to Barnes. Catch and shoot 3, no, comes off long, and De Silva taps the ball to himself. De Silva controls it into front court. He will drive to the block. He's cut off. Good. De Silva about 10 feet out, baseline right. And now whistle offensive foul as Keandre Cook drew the charge as Indiana State came across midcourt. The Bears will have a 6-point lead in the ball.
Barnes didn't do himself any favors. There was an obvious foul. It was a push off. Solid defense by Cook, but then Kip Kissinger, the referee here at this game, not umpire 1 or 2, but the referee, he just turned away from him, threw the ball to Ed Crenshaw, and Kissinger didn't give him a good look back. Barnes probably needs to be a little smarter than that.
Mosley in the lane, kicks it out to Cook. They're up on him with a shot fake. Now he will twist at the high post and flip it off to West. Lamont West drives up the left side of the lane, bumped and fouled. Ed Crenshaw comes out and reports the foul. It'll be on Christian Williams. So Bears up 23-17. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. This will be an inbounds Isaiah Mosley throw in under the goal.
14 fouls on Indiana State.
Floated out long to De Silva, right side Hall. And his pass denied, knocked away, intended for West. And knocked out by Cameron Baycoat, 6'3" sophomore transfer from Maryland Eastern Shore, for whom he made 45 threes as a freshman. Cook now to Mosley between the circles. 9 on the shot clock. Mosley way out there. Now he will be forced to the right, but he's going to drive around Barnes, and his shot spiked out of bounds by Trey Williams. He beat his defender on the dribble, and then there was help defense for a block. The Bears will keep it, but 2 seconds on the shot clock.
And a terrible place to throw it in. I mean, literally in the right corner here. And Bears lining up in a straight line all the way across the floor.
Hall inbounds to Cook. Shot fake. Puts up a high arcing rainbow. He hit the rim, and the ball comes to Josh Hall. So the Bears get a fresh 20 seconds. Cook now dribble drive into the lane. Whistle, reaching foul on the Sycamores. That's going to be called on Baycoat, who is from Hampton, Virginia. There was a moment of silence before the game for A.J. James, the Bears recruit who died earlier in the week, and the Bears wore those commemorative shooting shirts in his honor. West inbounds to De Silva, left side of the lane. He will drive to the block. He's walled up by Williams. He'll twist to put a shot up, and a good defensive play by Trey Williams. Had no place to shoot. Indiana State, Neese, pull-up jumper from 3 at the other end, no good. Didn't have any rebounding yet. He shot it before his teammates came down. Bears easily control the defensive board. Mosley drives baseline. Floater, good by Mosley. And is there a foul, or is that going to be a charge?
Charge.
Mosley called for a charging foul. And so no basket. That would have been an 8-point lead for the Bears. Instead, Mosley picks up his second foul. And he will come out of the game. Ross Owens back in, and it's still a 6-point Missouri State lead. Bears with Hall and West, who's been very active. Cook, De Silva, and Owens. Indiana State has not scored for nearly 3 minutes. Bears have opened up a lead of 6. Christian Williams on the right side. Passes to Barnes, head of the circle, around a Trey Williams screen. Barnes now out to LaRavia, thought about a 3. LaRavia with 2 fouls. He was out for a while. Barnes with 5 to shoot. Barnes guarded by West. He will drive him to the elbow. There's a bump and a foul on West. 4:04 to go in the half. Lamont West picks up the foul. So West a lot bigger, 6'8". Jordan Barnes 5'10", but Barnes with great quickness. And so now this will be 1-1 for the Sycamores, who are 0 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. Jordan Barnes, an 83% free throw shooter.
Well, that was not a very physical foul. Lamont put both hands on Barnes as he made the corner there and got an edge on Lamont, but put both hands on him. It's pretty much an automatic whistle, even though the foul was not very severe.
Barnes makes the first free throw. Barnes just 12 threes away from Indiana State's school record for career threes held by Mike Mincer. And the second free throw is missed by Barnes. And another rebound for Tulio Da Silva, his 6th of the night. Bears get it quickly to West in the post. He will twist, put it up with the right hand, and in, rolled it over the rim.
Indiana State, a little 1-2-2 3/4 court. And Ross Owens realized that he's made a couple of nice passes down the floor earlier, did so again then.
Now Kessinger falls down as he posts up. West gets on the floor. Kessinger saves it, but knocks it out of bounds. And we'll have timeout with 3:40 to go in the first half. The Bears up by 7 and with the ball. It's the Bears 25, the Sycamores 18. And you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
It's your month, America. This is Ford Truck Month, your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right.
The fastest and freshest way to shop is here. Price Cutter Curbside puts the store right at your fingertips. Place your order at PriceCutterOnline.com. We shop and you pick up. Simple. And with 9 convenient curbside pickup locations in Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, and Republic, there's a pickup location waiting for you. Visit PriceCutterOnline.com and start shopping today. Goodbye cart, hello convenience. Price Cutter Curbside. Local, fast, fresh.
Bear Up, a commitment of excellence made every day by Missouri State Bears. At University Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, we're committed to that same excellence. As Springfield's only premier full-service convention hotel located in the heart of downtown, you can experience luxury accommodations, personalized service, and upscale dining just minutes from the action at Missouri State University, Springfield Expo Center, and historic Walnut Street. Visit them at upspringfield.com. University Plaza, where local and luxury meet.
Aloha Beaches, Catalina Lime Mixer, 6% alcohol. Missouri State Meat Natty Light Seltzer, your new game day necessity. Drink it responsibly. Last media timeout of the first half. Bears hoping to advance to the Valley semifinals for the first time since 2017. Winner of this game will play Valparaiso at 5 tomorrow afternoon. And Bears lead Indiana State here 25-18. No field goals in the last 3.5 minutes, Mike, for Indiana State.
No, and the Bears shooting at a much better clip now, 46% on the game, 11 of 24. Indiana State, 7 of 22. And the Bears with a 20-10 rebounding advantage, 5 of those offensive boards, and helping make up for the turnover disparity. Indiana State's now agreed to join the parade, and they have 6 turnovers. Bears have 7 here, and the Bears with 4 steals, which live ball turnovers again, and Bears been able to score 5 points against Indiana State off those turnovers.
6 rebounds for Tulio da Silva. Bears plus 10 in rebounds in the game. They're second in the league behind Northern Iowa, the regular season champ. Cook, entry pass on the bounce to Prim. He will pass out of a double team to Black. Right corner to Owens. Now down low to West. Beautiful pass, and West finishes. Ross Owens pumping his fist as he gets the assist. Lamont West with 8 points. Bears lead by 9 late first half. Kessinger for the Sycamores. Christian Williams on the left wing. Bounce it down low. Tyreek Key posting up Black. He has the ball poked loose, but Key goes back and gets it and finds his running mate Barnes. Key repost, medium post, turnaround jumper no good, and rebound by Ross Owens. Ross across midcourt for the Bears. Left-hand dribble to Cook. Catch and shoot 3. No good off the front rim and rebounded by Kobe Barnes for the Sycamores. Christian Williams driving hard, running into Owens. They say no foul. Owens falls down, and Williams does finish on the layup from away from the rim. He flipped it from some distance, but Prim answers at the other end with a 12-footer on the baseline, and Dana Ford calls timeout with 2:32 to go in the half, and the Bears on top by 9.
And again, give the Bears some credit there. Quick pass down the floor. No chance to double Gage Prim there. And he hits his second 15-foot jumper, but no chance to double him when you're moving the basketball and extending the floor. Bears have done that a number of times today, and either to Lamont West or Gage Prim, and it's been very successful.
29-20, Missouri State leads. 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Mercy, the official medical and sports medicine provider for the Missouri State Bears. Our halftime guest will be Cliff Smart, Missouri State president. He yesterday chaired the Missouri Valley Conference President's Council, held in conjunction with this tournament on an annual basis on the Thursday of tournament weekend. So now Indiana State brings the ball up the floor, trailing by 9. Bears with their biggest lead. Tyreek Key between the circles, guarded by Cook. On the left wing, Christian Williams, guarded by Lamont West. Kessinger sets a high screen, releases off of it. Christian Williams drives, backs out, shoots a 16-footer, missed it badly, and rebound Jamonte Black for Missouri State. Outlet to West, lob it down low to Prim, but the ball knocked loose by little Jordan Barnes, who saw it coming. Barnes into front court, redirected to the right by Owens. Barnes backs out beyond the 3, under 2 minutes to go in the half. Barnes backs out for 3, and it's no good. Offensive rebound, Kobe Barnes, that's no good from close range, and Prim has the ball for Missouri State.
Bears fortunate there. A couple of times Indiana State misses point blank.
Here's West from 18 feet, makes it right in front of the Indiana State bench. Lamont West having a big first half with 10, and the Bears lead 31-20. Minute 29 to go in the half. Barnes wide open, 17-footer off the mark. Kessinger offensive rebound, puts it on the deck, twists, throws it out long to Christian Williams. Now Barnes weaving through the lane, knocked loose by Cook. Barnes gets it back, and a reaching foul on Prim. Well, and Prim, you smell blood in the water, and the ball was about to come loose, and he reached for it, reached into the cookie jar, and got caught.
And you know, when you're playing with abandon, and that's how you want to play, not reckless abandon, when you're playing with abandon, he made a nice play, and as you say, just kind of got caught there and put his hands up in the air like anything but that. Kind of bailed Indiana State out here because Bears had a nice defensive possession going prior to that.
First foul on Prim. Barnes at the free throw line. And good. This is Jordan Barnes. Now 2 for 3 at the line tonight. 4 points. He has 1,544 points coming in. Tyreek Key, 1,245. One more for Barnes from here in St. Louis, CBC High, and makes them both. And it is 31-22, Missouri State.
Indiana State pressure here, 1-2-2 3-quarter court.
West over the timeline to Prim, and now in turn to Jamonte Black. He tries to lob it into Prim, telegraphed it, it's poked loose, but Prim goes and gets it anyway in the corner. Tight quarters there, out to West, backs out for a 3. He was nearly out of bounds and misses the shot, and rebounded by the Sycamores with 50 seconds to go in the half. Jordan Barnes puts a shove into Black. Now he will yo-yo the dribble at the head of the circle. 45 seconds to go in the half, 19 on the shot clock. Barnes, high-low feed, too high and out of bounds. Intended for Trey Williams off his mitts. And the Bears will have the ball with 40 seconds to go in the half, leading by 9.
That's a couple of times the Indiana State Prim has been guarding Jordan Barnes, and they have had a mismatch down low with Trey Williams being guarded by one of the Bears guards, but not able to connect and not be able to get points out of it.
West at the head of the circle, hands off to Keandre Cook. Bounce pass Prim, left side of the lane. Out to Owens, wide open three. Yes! Ross Owens left completely unguarded.
He's hit 5 of his last 6.
As he makes that three-pointer, and the Bears lead 34-22, and Greg Lansing calls his use it or lose it first half timeout. It is the Bears by a dozen, and Indiana State is 1 for its last 8 from the floor. Meanwhile, as Mike said, Ross Owens had the hot game at home. He was the only one of the 5 seniors that did not score in double figures against Southern Illinois last Saturday. He was close. He had 9, 3 for 3 from 3, and tonight he's 2 for 3 from 3 in the first half. Drake and Bradley will play at 2:30 tomorrow in semifinal game 1. Drake having knocked off the top seed Northern Iowa earlier today. First 1 seed ever to lose at the hands of a play-in team in the quarterfinals. And then Valparaiso became the 3rd play-in team and 2nd in just a few hours, 3rd ever, to win another game as they upset Loyola in overtime. Indiana State inbounds, 10 seconds. Shot clock off, obviously. Christian Williams, head of the key with 7. He's going to go one-on-one with De Silva, with 4, with 3, with 2. Jump stop in the lane. Put up a tough runner off the glass and in. Nice drive by Christian Williams to score on the final possession of the first half, but that only serves to put Indiana State within 10 as the Bears lead at halftime in St. Louis, 34-24 over the Sycamores. Our Bass Pro Shops halftime interview with President Cliff Smart coming up next. You're listening to Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Life's full of little challenges. What's a good APY? What is an APY? HELOC, HSA, NOW account? These are words? How exactly do you? This is when you need your go-to. The person who knows how to explain it, do it, make it happen. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a go-to. Someone who can share advice and point you in the right direction. Great Southern Bank, official banking partner of Missouri State Athletics. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Springfield. For 125 years, we've partnered with you, building a community that grows businesses, educates leaders, and nourishes families. For 5 generations, we've made your health and life our life's work. Mercy, one of the nation's top 5 large healthcare systems. Find out how Mercy helped grow Springfield at mercy.net/MSU Health. Visit mercy.net/MSU Health.
People always say, I'm craving this or that. But what people are really saying is they're missing something. Something they didn't see or do yesterday. Well, that something is Hula Hands. And we're as different as they come. It's a dining experience that's so much more than just food on a fork. Contemporary but casual, familiar yet adventurous. That's Hula Hands style. And you'll see it on every plate. Hula Hands, your new craving.
Hula Hands, 2 convenient locations in Springfield at Glenstone and Kearney and Republic and Glenstone.
This Missouri State Bears broadcast is brought to you in part by proud Missouri State Bears athletic sponsor, Murney Associates Realtors. Locally owned, internationally recognized. Find your next home on Murney.com from your desktop, tablet, or mobile device. Remember, when you need to make a move, call Murney Associates Realtors at 823-2300. That's 823-2300. It's your best play.
Missouri State Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Bears basketball is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Mercy, official medical and sports medicine provider for the Missouri State Bears. Midwest Ford Dealers, and by Bass Pro Shops. This is the Bears Halftime Show.
Your adventure starts here. Missouri State President Cliff Smart chairs the Missouri Valley Conference President's Council. They met yesterday in conjunction with this tournament. Cliff talked about a hot topic that'll be coming before the NCAA.
There's going to be a vote coming up on a transfer rule where in all sports you could have essentially a free transfer and play immediately. We obviously have concern over that. So again, a piece of what we do is help the league and our representatives on these various councils and committees that have votes stake out what the majority view is on and how to best represent the league. We spend time doing that. On the good news side, we had a supplemental payment from the NCAA of about $340,000. We voted to distribute that money immediately to all the teams, and so there's an extra $34,000 we weren't expecting to go into the athletic budget. And then there's some other kind of housekeeping kind of team things where we're talking about, do we want to continue the women's basketball tournament in Moline, and under what circumstances would we extend that contract? And so this is really, we'd have two meetings in the Valley where the presidents come together and set out policy and make decisions on how we want the league to represent us. And it's my year to chair the group, and so we did that this afternoon.
Is this the last year, then, of the women's contract in Moline?
One more after this.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of people are asking, and that's one of the criteria when I interview people. I ask things people ask me, and I want to know. So any progress on the naming rights for JQH?
Unfortunately not, other than we've closed out some people that we've been working with for some time and concluded that they were not going to work, and so then you move on to the next set. We're trying to look at some different strategies that we hadn't looked at before. Want to circle back with somebody that we talked to early on that, given some circumstances, may have changed, may have interest. But I don't have anything positive to report. Obviously, we were able to rename the basketball conference and get support for that. But in terms of naming the arena, we are not close to getting that done. And frankly, we still have time.
Yeah.
We've got 2 more years of the money coming in per our settlement with the Hammonds, the folks that succeeded Hammonds. And so, again, I can get a name on the arena, but I've got to get a name on the arena for the right money.
Yeah. So as for the folks that succeeded Hammonds, they are suing the Hammonds Trust, as you know, for issues at the ballpark. You being an attorney, and you don't comment on litigation, but it's not your litigation. So does that lawsuit affect the university's deal with baseball in any way?
Not directly. We do have a stake in it, in that, we do expect the Hammonds Trust to live up to the obligations of keeping the ballpark good-looking, functional, at the top of the ability. That helps us too. But directly, no. I mean, we have a contract with the Hammonds Trust to play there for 10 years, and this litigation would not impact that. But again, we expect the ballpark to be kept in the kind of conditions we've grown accustomed to playing in.
Missouri State President Cliff Smart. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. When we come back, we'll have news, scores, and first-half highlights at the Great Southern Bank Studio. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
The Bears and Lady Bears hardwoods this basketball season. Don't miss a minute of the action in the latest bearwear from your Missouri State bookstore and team store. From Adidas, the official on-court brand, to Under Armour, Nike, Champion, Russell, and many others. Be in style this basketball season. Can't make it to the games? You can shop 24/7 on our website at MissouriStateBookstore.com for all your bearwear needs. The Missouri State Bookstore, proud supporter of MSU Athletics.
American National Insurance Company is a proud sponsor of Missouri State Bears. While we don't always know what the future brings, we can prepare for it with the help of an insurance ally. Our agents are here to help families like yours protect what matters most, as our clients have always been our #1 priority. That's why American National agents treat you like family, because family comes first. To learn more, connect with a local agent at AmericanNational.com.
It's your month, America, because this is Ford Truck Month. Your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right. This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College under the broadcasting rights granted by Missouri State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield IMG College. Announcers are provided by Learfield IMG College and approved by the university.
Missouri State leads Indiana State 34-24, and we welcome you to the Great Southern Bank Studio Report on the Missouri State Radio Network. I'm your host, Shane Freeby. Ready for an upgrade? Get a Great Southern loan. Great Southern Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. Before we take you through the first half highlights, let's pause here 10 seconds to allow our stations to identify themselves. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College. And indeed, we will take you through those first half highlights as Missouri State got off to a slow start, only a couple of free throws in the early going of the first half. But then whenever they would go on a 7-0 run, it would all be sparked off of a Ross Owens 3-ball.
Right side Owens, catch and shoot three. Yes! Ross Owens from three. He was 3 for 3 from three on senior day.
The Ross Owens-Lamont West combination has been pretty stellar here in this first half of play. As Lamont inside, we get a rebound and big, strong putback.
He'll take it into the corner, shoot the three, and it rattles off no good. West there for the putback.
Then not only would he get that putback, but he would throw one down.
Get it inside to De Silva, right block. He will spin. He'll pivot. He'll hand it off. Backdoor for a dunk. Lamont West.
Tulio De Silva there with the assist. He then would finish on a play shortly after.
De Silva controls it into front court. He will drive to the block. He's cut off. Hook shot. Good! De Silva about 10 feet out, baseline right.
Good strong 10 points for Lamont West in the first half. He would get a dish from Ross Owens and finish.
Right corner to Owens. Now down low to West. Beautiful pass, and West finishes. Ross Owens pumping his fist as he gets the assist.
Then the final basket for Missouri State in that first half would come again off the hands of Ross Owens.
Out to Owens. Wide open three. Yes! Ross Owens left completely unguarded.
Missouri State would go on a big run late and lead this one by 10 here at the half, 34-24. Take you through the Houlihan's halftime statistics. Missouri State shooting 50% from the floor, 15 of 30. They've only made 2 threes. Ross had both of them, 2 of 10 from outside, and they are a perfect 2 of 2 from the foul line while holding Indiana State to only 31% shooting, and they have only made 9 baskets. Rebounding-wise, Missouri State leads that category by 9, 23-14. They have forced 7 turnovers, but coughed it up 8 times themselves. They dominate inside, points in the paint 18-10, and they have 6 assists on their 15 made baskets. 2 Bears in double digits. We mentioned Lamont West's 10 on 5 of 7 shooting. Gage Prim with a very quiet 10 points in that first half of play on 4 of 6 from the floor. He also has 5 rebounds. Ross Owens with those 2 threes has the 6 points. Isaiah Mosley has 6. Tulio De Silva 2 points, but he has hauled in 6 rebounds in the game as Missouri State has gone on a tear and played extremely good defense through this first half. and they lead by 10, 34-24. And those are your Houlihan's halftime statistics. Join Houlihan's Text Club to receive special promotions by texting Bears to 21333. See you at the Who. Well, that'll do it here at halftime on the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. After these messages, we will head back to St. Louis and to Art and Mike for analysis of the first half and get you ready for second half action. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
It's Chevy truck time to get behind the wheel of the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. After all, what truck has the most functional bed in its class and up to 20% more cargo volume than the competition? The Chevy Silverado. And what truck offers the choice of powertrains to help you find the power and efficiency you need? The Chevy Silverado. Head into your local Chevy dealer and see for yourself that the only truck that compares to a Chevy Silverado is another Chevy Silverado. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Wherever your adventures take you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsite and the lake to the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Eclipse, and Natural Reflections, we've got the apparel and gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
We understand that sometimes the daydreamer is the visionary. Sometimes the rambler is actually the mentor. And sometimes the eccentric is really the change maker. We understand that greatness is often misunderstood, even underappreciated. But it is greatness that defines us and drives us forward. At Great Southern Bank, we are proud to support all the many individuals who make our community truly great. Great Southern Bank, official banking partner of Missouri State Athletics. Member FDIC.
With you halftime at the Enterprise Center in St. Louis. Art Haynes along with Mike Keltner, and the Bears leading Indiana State 34-24. Now the Bears this year, when leading at halftime, are 12-3. The three times they have led at halftime and lost. Opening night, they were up by 6 on Little Rock, lost at the buzzer by 1. They were up 4 at Oral Roberts late December, lost by 10. They were up 3 at Loyola and lost by 4, but they have not ever let a 10-point lead get away this year. Indiana State 3-9 when trailing at halftime. But, Mike, we saw Loyola, a little 18-point lead slip away in the second half in the game preceding this against Valparaiso. So Bears have had a good first half. Need to have another good half.
Exactly. Very solid defensively and did really well getting the basketball down to the low block. They've driven it a couple of times to the rim. 13 of 20 from 2 in the game. 2 of 10 from 3, but 13 of 20 from 2. And after starting 3 of 9, Bears were 12 of 21 from the field. Of course, the key here in the second half, Tyreek Key, Jordan Barnes, 2 leading scorers for Indiana State. 3 of 12 here early going. Jordan Barnes 1 of 7 and 0 of 4 from 3. Key only 5 shots. He's their leading scorer. He's their guy, and he's going to take more shots here in the second half, obviously. Christian Williams only 2 of 8. So you take those guys, 3 best players, they are 5 of 20 here in the first half.
And Gage Prim 4 of 6 from the floor, 10 points, 5 rebounds. Lamont West 5 of 7 from the floor with 10 points in 12.5 minutes of play off the bench. Bears with 6 assists on their 15 made baskets. So it will be the Bears' ball to start the second half with this 10-point lead. Again, Owens, Black, De Silva, Prim, and Hall, the original starters. And Owens inbounds it into backcourt to Black, who is scoreless so far tonight. He's made it 3 in 14 straight games, not tonight so far. Prim dribbles through triple team traffic, off to Hall, cutting baseline, flip it up and in, getting a foul. So they triple teamed Prim in front of the arc, and somebody was going to be open, probably a couple of somebodies, and it was Josh Hall slipping up the baseline.
Exactly, and again, really good interior passing, quick no-look bounce pass to a cutting Hall. He makes the free throw.
Completes the free throw. The foul on Trey Williams. And the Bears lead 37-24, their biggest lead. Good start to the second half. Barnes, very high yo-yo dribble off to LaRavia, who had 5 early points, then was in foul trouble. Jake LaRavia across the elbow of the lane, down to the block, under the goal. Prim goes right with him, throw it out to Barnes. Jordan Barnes, leaner in the lane, good. Jordan Barnes just below the elbow, about 12 feet out. 37-26, Bears by 11. Josh Hall now drives the lane, forced out to the left. He'll put up a tough shot on the baseline, did not get the roll, and LaRavia blocks off Hall and gets the rebound. Ahead to Jordan Barnes, dribbles behind his back, now goes to the elbow, now goes to the baseline, forced out by Prim. Bounce pass down low to LaRavia. The in-play double-teamed, in fact, now one-on-one with Owens. He will swing it into the lane, tried to pass it back door, and Owens there left his man and recovered the ball. So a good play by Owens defensively. Ross now to De Silva at the high post. Backs out. Tries a high low to Prim. He got it. And now to Hall. Back to Prim on the left wing. Gage Prim, 14 to shoot. Spin move. Put up an off-balance bank shot. Good. I tell you, Prim would be hard to beat in a game of horse because he knows all the angles.
Exactly. And again, Coach Wooden very happy. He's using the nice high kiss off the glass.
Indiana State works it for an open three that is short from the corner by Jordan Barnes. Bears a 13-point lead in the ball. Black bounces it to De Silva. Gets inside LaRavia for a dunk. And Greg Lansing wants a timeout as LaRavia just got abused by De Silva. And timeout Indiana State with 18:03 to go, and the Bears leading 41-26. We'll step aside. You're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Springfield. For 125 years, we've partnered with you, building a community that grows businesses, educates leaders, and nourishes families. For 5 generations, we've made your health and life our life's work. Mercy, one of the nation's top 5 large healthcare systems. Find out how Mercy helped grow Springfield at mercy.net/MSU Health. Visit mercy.net/MSU Health.
The fastest and freshest way to shop is here. Price Cutter Curbside puts the store right at your fingertips. Place your order at PriceCutterOnline.com. We shop and you pick up. Simple. And with 9 convenient curbside pickup locations in Springfield, Ozark, Nixa, and Republic, there's a pickup location waiting for you. Visit PriceCutterOnline.com and start shopping today. Goodbye cart, low convenience. Price Cutter Curbside. Local, fast, fresh.
Bear Up, a commitment of excellence made every day by Missouri State Bears. At University Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, we're committed to that same excellence. As Springfield's only premier full-service convention hotel located in the heart of downtown, you can experience luxury accommodations, personalized service, and upscale dining just minutes from the action at Missouri State University, Springfield Expo Center, and historic Walnut Street. Visit them at upspringfield.com. University Plaza, where local and luxury meet.
From Learfield IMG College, this is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Well, Missouri State University Athletics has launched a mobile app presented by Great Southern Bank to enhance the game day experience of Bears fans and continue to extend the relationship between our teams and the community. The free app is available for download in both the iPhone App Store and Google Play Store by searching Missouri State Bears. And the Bears led by 10 at the half. Now they lead by 15. Like 2 minutes into the second half, they've come out 7-2.
Exactly, and start for the game that Indiana State tried. A lot of dribble drive stuff. Bears have been able to defend just like they did early and have managed to also get to the other end in a hurry, transition, stretch the floor. And easy baskets here to start the second half. And again, Greg Lansing timeout.
Jake LaRavia inbounds it for the Trees. Jordan Barnes at the head of the key. Forced to the right side by the defensive Ross Owens. LaRavia head of the circle. Starts left, goes right. Dribble to the basket and drives in and scores. So Laravia taking it to the rack. Now has 7 points. Cuts the Bears' lead to 13. Ross at the head of the key to Prim. Holds it high there. Drives in a couple of steps and then fires it back out long to Hall. Black between the circles. Ross Owens left that line extended. Ross dribble drive behind his back. Head of the key. Pass Prim high post. 10 to shoot. Prim baseline drive. Pulls it up. Banks it up. And now we've got a...
It's going to count it.
Interference on Indiana State. The ball was going to come off and not go in. It was touched on the rim by an Indiana State defender.
Exactly, and good pick for the Bears there.
Prim with 14 points. Credit him with a bucket. Key bounce pass Barnes. Drives around De Silva, and then De Silva pokes the ball loose and out of bounds. It'll stay with Indiana State. Bears up by 15 here early in the second half. 43-28. Sycamores floated to Key. Laravia ahead of the circle. Down low to Barnes. Throws it right back at Key. Catch and shoot 3 short, flat, and rebounded by Owens. Outlet to Black. Bears in front court with a 15-point lead. Ball in the corner. Up the baseline to Prim. Step back, one-footed jumper, and that was too long, but weak side board to De Silva, and the Bears go again. De Silva, baseline drive. Bounce pass to Prim. Pump fake. Put it up. Black got it right back. Double team. He will twist. He'll flip it up. And no good. And so Prim misses 2, and then he gets entangled with the defender, and the ball goes out the other end of the floor. And Roland Simmons, the official, has no idea who it's off. And now Kip Kissinger will come from half court, and they're going to decide jump ball because nobody knew.
Nobody saw it. And it was good officiating. There were 2 players down here, and they were tangled up. 2 officials stayed here, and lead official didn't know who it was off of, although Indiana State acted like it was off them. They just tossed it out of bounds.
And Dana Ford not happy.
Well, they could go back and look at it. They're not going to.
Sycamores floated inbounds to Trey Williams. Laravia now to Jordan Barnes on the left side. Barnes bounce pass to Williams. He is forced out into the corner by Prim. Trey Williams now going to go again. He pushes off on Prim, and a foul called. And 2 of the officials get together and they're going to call it on Prim. That'll be his second, as Lamont West, who really had a huge first half, gets up to check in. For news, schedules, tickets, and exclusive content on your favorite MSU teams, visit MissouriStateBears.com. So Prim goes out, West comes in, and Indiana State will inbound, trailing by 15. They'll float it to Key, one-hand catch out between the circles, beyond the Arch Madness logo, and now Laravia stepped out of bounds. Stepped back, and again, there's not much room there outside the newly expanded three-point arc, and he stepped out of bounds.
And again, they're all thinking about, including Laravia, I'm going to shoot the 3 here, so I've got to stay behind this line, and I don't know how many times this year we've seen a heel on the line and a whistle.
Laravia's made 10 threes all year, one of them tonight. Black down the near side for the Bears. Off to Owens, and now on the right wing to West. Dribble to the head of the key, left side, Black. Nearly a steal. In fact, it is in effect, Jordan Barnes knocked it off of Black, and it goes out of bounds. To Jordan Barnes with the quick hands. He's the only player in Indiana State history to be in their career top 10 in scoring, threes, assists, and steals. History. That includes Larry Bird. He probably didn't have the assists. Well, maybe he did. Bounce pass down low to Trey Williams. Back out to Key. Deep 3. No. Key off the mark all night. And the rebound to Keandre Cook. Brings it in front court to West. He wanted to shoot the 3. Entry pass instead to De Silva. Pull up baseline jumper. Pinballs out. West the offensive rebound and sticks it back in. So West with 12, Prim with 14, and the Bears lead by 17. 45-28. Barnes now yo-yos the dribble, bounce it into Laravia for a dunk. So Laravia from Barnes, and it's 45-30, Missouri State. Owens in front court, now changes direction. Left-hand dribble drive up the lane, drives it into the corner, and now out to Cook. Watched by Key. High screen by De Silva. Keandre Cook with a shot fake, and now puts that up and from 3. Cook with his first points of the game. He's the sixth leading scorer in the conference, 113 career threes, one away from moving into the school top 10. Indiana State with a bump and another bump. Trey Williams, backdoor feed to Laravia, but he was going away from the basket. Now Barnes go again to Williams, stripped to the ball, but they're going to say a two-shot foul on Missouri State, and we'll have timeout. With 14:39 to go in the game, Bears are looking good in the Lou. They lead Indiana State 48-30. And you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
This is a radio ad for Natural Light. Although you may know us as Natty Light. We've got big news. We made a 6% hard seltzer. So move over, basic seltzers of the world, because Natty Light Seltzer has entered the chat. Our seltzers come in flavors like Aloha Beaches, a mango and peach flavored blend, and Catalina Lime Mixer. When cherry and lime become best friends. Natty Light Seltzer. The seltzer you never saw coming is here. Enjoy responsibly. 2019 Anheuser-Busch Catalina Lime Mixer, Natural Light, Aloha Beaches flavored malt beverages, sales in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
What does greatness look like? It's one of those things, while not always obvious, everyone understands. It's your fourth grade teacher who always listened to you. The lady at your coffee shop who asks about your Jack Russell every visit. Your neighbor who's right there for you with good advice on just about everything. Greatness is sometimes the smallest act of kindness with the largest impact. At Great Southern Bank, we understand what makes our community great are the people. Great Southern Bank, official banking partner of Missouri State Athletics. Member FDIC.
From Learfield IMG College, this is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
And this is a Great Southern Bank studio report. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Conference tournaments going on. The West Coast Conference is in the second round in San Francisco, an 82-53 win over Loyola Marymount. In the Big South Conference, Hampton with a win, a close one over Radford, 86-78. The Ohio Valley saw Belmont with a win over Eastern Kentucky, 60-50. In the SoCon, Wofford topped the Citadel, 93-76. And then we already know what one championship game will be. It is in the Big South. We mentioned that Hampton was already a winner. Winthrop, the other winner, they defeat Gardner-Webb 78-66. So Winthrop and Hampton will battle it out in that. And then the other SoCon first round game, VMI beats Sanford 96-78. Back to St. Louis. Here's Art.
Okay, Shane, thanks. Get inside information on Bears basketball direct from Coach Dana Ford every Monday night at 7 on Bears Hotline, live at Houlihan's North in Springfield. Come by Houlihan's or listen on 98.7 The Jock. Bears Hotline live at Houlihan's North every Monday at 7 during basketball season. Now, we've concluded our scheduled shows, but should the Bears win this tournament, we may very well add on a bonus show on Monday night, as that would mean they are headed to postseason play. Here, they are leading Indiana State 48-30, substantial margin with 14 and a half minutes left in the game.
Bears continue to rebound at a high level, 29-16 advantage, 8 of those offensive boards, and Bears 6 of 11 here in starting the second half. Indiana State only 3 of 6 and still 50% good, but the fact that volume of the Bears much better.
Trey Williams' free throw hit the side of the rim, bounced up off the glass, hit the rim again, and fell in. So an adventurous free throw, but a successful one. One more for Williams, and makes that one cleanly. His first 2 points of the game. And now Cooper Neese and Bronson Kessinger come in for Trey Williams and Tyreek Key, who is 2 for 7 tonight. And Barnes is 2 for 9. Bears lead 48-32. Black to Cook with a catch here in front of us, and now Mosley to Black on the right side. Prim pops out to the head of the key, hands it off to Jamonte Black, left wing Cook on the baseline. Cook now out to the wing, 10 to shoot. Takes Jordan Barnes with him, 7 to shoot. He's between the circles, now drives around Laravia, now drives to the block, puts up a tough shot, no good. And Christian Williams, the rebound for Indiana State, is into front court. Dribbles diagonally through the lane, loses his footing, but that's because he was fouled, and will be on the Bears. That's on Cook. It'll be his second. Keandre, the fourth best three-point shooter percentage-wise in the conference and sixth in scoring, only has 3 points tonight. And it was a 3. Inside to Laravia. He'll spin around West and got all the way to the basket and banked it in.
too deep a catch that time, and the Bears aren't doubling, so when you catch it 2 feet away, you make a couple of moves, still get it done.
And now Burns again knocks the ball black and out of bounds, and that's the second time he's done that.
He's going to take swipes at it, and again, diminutive size here, smallest guy on the floor, could get away with some things, but caused a couple of steals here against the Bears.
Barnes to Nice on the wing, dribbles behind his back to Laravia now at the free throw line. He'll dribble hard to the basket, gets under the goal, loses his footing, just flings it up, hits the bottom of the rim. Bears back the other way. Black to Cook. He will drive into the lane. He'll get a shot blocked from behind, get knocked down. Laravia was beaten on the dribble. He caught up to Cook and knocked him down, and they say no foul. And the fouls now for the game are 6 on Indiana State and 13 on Missouri State.
And here in the second half, 3-1 to the Bears.
Into Prim. He tried, I think that was a pass, maybe an ill-advised hook shot. It hits nothing. Indiana State gets the ball. Barnes, stop and pop three. Yeah. And here come the Sycamores, and Dana Ford calls timeout. Just that cuts the Bears' lead to 11. It was as many as 18. But right now, 48-37 in favor of Missouri State. And Indiana State having a little bit of a moment. Now, Dana talking to official Ed Crenshaw about the non-call on the drive a moment ago, and with good reason. That was, I mean, it's one thing to let them play. It's another thing to not call obvious fouls.
Exactly. Knock somebody down and then give the ball to the defense who fouled.
Well, the Bears Fund provides financial support for over 400 Missouri State student-athletes. To learn how you can make an impact, contact the Bears Fund at 417-836-4143 or log on at MissouriStateBears.com. The Bears Fund, where you make the experience possible. And the Bears Fund just completed a very successful I Love the Bears February crowdfunding campaign with $105,000 raised for the cause. Bears up here 48-37. But a 7-0 run for Indiana State. It was 48-30. Teams split in the season. Bears trying to advance to the semifinals tomorrow against Valparaiso.
This Indiana State spurt has been fueled by Bear turnovers, 2 or 3 of them, and Indiana State is going to go. They're playing downhill here. When you're down double digits, almost 20 points, you got nothing to lose. They are attacking the basket, and particularly through freshman Laravia, who's made a couple of baskets here in close.
Mosley back in. He's usually instant offense. So is West in the corner. Step back three, no good, off the heel. Offensive rebound, Cook, and he is fouled. So the Bears get a foul called against Indiana State for only the 7th time all night. And that is going to be on Jordan Barnes. It's his second. Bears inbound. They will go to Cook on the baseline. Cut off by Laravia. Step back, shoots it anyway. Nearly an air ball. Hit the side of the rim. Owens runs down the ball. Nobody was going for it. He did. Out it comes to Isaiah Mosley, 15 to shoot. Mosley around to Prim. Mosley in the right wing area. Now 10 to shoot. And Cook between the circles. Keandre lobbing too high for Prim. Whistle foul. Prim ends up knocked down, and Tyreek Key is down, and Key's going to be called for the foul.
Got 3 substitutions coming in for the Bears. This group has struggled at the offensive end, and soft passes and a couple of ill-advised shots.
Hall and De Silva back in for the Bears, joining Prim and Owens and Black. Prim driving on Kessinger, stands his ground or tries to. Prim, though, flips it up and gets fouled. So that's 3 fouls in a row. They're called on Missouri State since the non-foul when Keandre Cook got knocked down hard, and Dana Ford had some words with the officials, and now 3 fouls in a row, and this will send Gage Prim to the line to shoot 2 times. Foul is on Key. And free throw. Bears' first free throw miss. Of course, they've only been to the line 4 times. And Indiana State, not much either. They're 5 of 7. 12 and a half minutes left in this one. Prim's second free throw is good. So he has 15 points. He's the game's leading scorer. and he also has 7 rebounds. Bears up 49-37. Jordan Barnes, head of the key. High-low lob intercepted by Prim, fronting the post, and he gets an outlet pass to Owens. In turn, up to Black. Cooper Neese on him. Here's Prim from 3, head of the key. No, it was a nice soft shot, and then an over-the-back foul on the Bears going for the rebound. That's going to be on Tulio Da Silva, his first.
Both teams now are at 4, as you mentioned, 3 in a row, Indiana State. So both teams with 12-13 to go here. 4 fouls apiece here in the second half.
Bears by a dozen. Laravia at the head of the circle, favoring the left side. Now Barnes gets it on the right, dribbles around the perimeter in front of Coach Greg Lansing. Barnes now whips it around to an open Laravia 3. Yes! Jake Laravia hits the 3. Only his 11th of the year, 2 tonight, and that gets the margin into single digits, 49-40. Was 18. Hall, entry pass to Prim down low, double teamed. Evil twist, put it up and in. Prim got baseline around Kessinger, and that is a mismatch. Prim with 17. Bears lead 51-40. Barnes dribbles through the lane at the other end and into the far corner for Indiana State. 11:28 to go. Barnes bounces it to Jake Laravia. He bobbles the ball, gathers it back in, drives, awkwardly throws it out to Kessinger, a 3. That's no good. And the Bears all over the boards. It's loose. It's still loose. And it's finally picked off through Ross Owens. He kind of redirected it to Hall. Owens always seems to move the ball in the right direction.
You know what? It's not 50-50 with Ross. It's about 100-0.
Owens head of the key, thought about a 3, goes to Hall. Now high post to Da Silva. Tulio drives, spins baseline, flip it up too hard. Rebound to Indiana State, Jordan Barnes. He walked. Tulio was in his path, media timeout. 10:53 to go. It's the Bears 51, the Sycamores 40. And you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
It's your month, America. This is Ford Truck Month, your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right.
Springfield. For 125 years, we've partnered with you, building a community that grows businesses, educates leaders, and nourishes families. For 5 generations, we've made your health and life our life's work. Mercy, one of the nation's top 5 large healthcare systems. Find out how Mercy helped grow Springfield at mercy.net/MSU Health. Visit mercy.net/MSU Health.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through the directorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
If your child is 12 years or younger, sign them up today for free for the Future Bears Kids Club presented by Great Southern Bank. Membership grants you free admission to all regular season Missouri State athletics events, a membership packet, and special game day giveaways. Sign up for the Future Bears Kids Club today at MissouriStateBears.com, and thank you to presenting sponsor Great Southern Bank. Bears were ahead by 18. Indiana State went on a 10-1 run to get it to 9. Bears scored again. They lead by 11, 51-40, just under 11 minutes left in the game. They were up by 10 at halftime and have, for the most part, Mike, played like a team that was picked to win the Missouri Valley Conference.
Exactly, and Bears 7 of 18 here in the second half. A lot of shots on goal, only 1 of 3 from 3, so not taking too many shots behind the arc. Indiana State, conversely, 6 of 10.
Yeah.
And they're both teams haven't got to the free throw line very much. Will be a determining factor as we go down the stretch. Bears with a 32-20 rebound advantage here. And, again, points in the paint favor the Bears 28-18.
Prim and Da Silva with 7 rebounds apiece. So Ross Owens will inbound it for Missouri State. Ross has his ball knocked back out of his hands and out of bounds by Key. Ross Owens tonight 6 points and a couple of threes, 2 assists, 2 steals. Inbounds to Prim. Fires it out to Jamonte Black, who's still scoreless, but he distributes the ball, as does Owens. Ross between the circles. Right side to Silva, foul line extended. Flip it underhand to Black, 17 to shoot. Black down the right side in front of the Bears bench. Out to De Silva. Drives to the elbow. Step back. 16-footer. Swish for Tulio De Silva. He has 6 points. He's coming up on 300 points, 200 rebounds, something he achieved last year and has been done twice by only 5 Bears since the year 2000. Christian Williams back in for Indiana State, and a whistle and a foul on his drive. Going to be on Black, his second.
And what we just saw from Tulio, something that he can do again, and that's hit that 15-foot jumper going left into the lane. Like to see that again tonight with a clearance that he had on the last one.
Barnes cut off on the baseline drive out to LaRavia, nearly walked. He kept his pivot foot at the last moment. Good balance out to Christian Williams, 8 to shoot. Williams between the circles, one-on-one with Black. He drives, gets around him, takes it to the rack, too hard off the glass, tipped up and in though by Trey Williams.
1-4 low that time by Indiana State. They want Christian Williams to play one-on-one. And then, of course, if you try to help, then you leave up an offensive rebounding opportunity. Bears were not able to get back to block out Williams.
De Silva cut off by LaRavia. Turnaround shot is short. Prim, though, gets the rebound. And the Bears should get a fresh 20 seconds. Here is De Silva driving into a double team in the lane. Bounce it down the lane to Hall and a kick. And fresh 20 seconds now for the Bears. 9:33 to go. Keandre Cook will come in for Black. The Bears really are so deep, and on a night that 1 or 2 guys aren't performing real well or scoring, they've got others that do. Prim, one of them that is performing tonight. Out to Ross Owens. High post Prim. Looks to distribute from there to De Silva in the lane. Turnaround flip shot. Good. Rolled it in with a hook shot.
Little high-low, and that time Prim being the passer.
De Silva with 8 points. Prim a good passer, a good shooter, obviously a good rebounder. Barnes at the head of the circle. Got away with an extra step. Now Christian Williams to LaRavia. Feet set. 3-ball. No, not this time. Rebound Cook. Bears a 13-point lead in the ball. Cook going to drive it into the lane. Euro step. Put it up. No, but drew the foul with 8:58 remaining.
Got lucky there. 1-on-3 basketball, but got bailed out by a whistle.
And the foul is the third on Jake LaRavia. Again, just a freshman. Having a good game despite foul trouble with 14 points. Kabir Muhammad getting set to check back in for Missouri State. Keandre Cook at the free throw line for the Bears, and the free throw is good. Keandre, an 80% free throw shooter. Lamont West tops on the team 91%, which is second in the conference. Kabir in now for Prim. And one more foul shot for Cook. 8:58 to go. Bears leading by 14. Trying to get back to 500. They were 16-16 last year. Cook free throw good. And that would be their record at the end of this game if they win this one. Jordan Barnes right down the middle of the floor for ISU. To Trey Williams at the head of the key. Williams backs out farther, bounces it to LaRavia. Heavily wrapped left leg. Now his diagonal wing pass knocked out of bounds by Hall. He's trying to get the ball to Tyreek Key.
An interesting substitution by the Bears, and what may be a very productive one. Kabir Muhammad in to guard LaRavia. Take care of his play here. Where he's posting the Bears up deep in the lane.
Key had 27 against the Bears in Springfield, 3 in Terre Haute, and now the ball is stripped away by Missouri State on a drive by Christian Williams. Mosley with a catch, nearly fell out of bounds, but gains his balance in front of the Bears bench. And Keandre Cook out near midcourt, guarded by Barnes. He's a lot bigger. He will hesitate. He'll drive, step through again, off the glass too hard, and a rebound foul will go against the Bears. It's called on Kabir, and that's 3 on him. 8:19 remaining. Bears by 15. over Indiana State 57-42. The winner will play Valparaiso in the semifinals tomorrow at 5.
Keandre Cook needs to let the game come to him. He's trying to make things happen, and he's come up short here 2 or 3 possessions in a row where he's dominated the basketball.
He's 1 for 8 from the floor tonight. Here's Nice wanting to shoot it. He will drive to the wing. He runs into the defender, and a charging foul as Kabir Muhammad, well outside the cylinder, took the full force of the dribbler's momentum and draws the offensive foul.
Indiana State here with a press, 1-2-2.
And the foul on Cooper Nice. Hall across midcourt to De Silva, makes a leaping catch. Bears safely in front court, under 8 minutes to go. Hall to Cook on the right wing. He's going to shoot the 3 and it.
Catch and shoot.
And that's where he's best. Cook with 8 points. Now Hall nearly a steal, and he dives up on the scorer's table across the way. Good hustle. He couldn't keep it in bounds, and we have timeout. 7:44 to go. Bears are that far away from the semifinals of this tournament. They are leading Indiana State 60-42. And you're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Hey, sports fans. Bancorp South knows no matter where you are in life, there's nothing quite like game day. That's why we're committed to making your experience a little bit better. Our financial experts are here to give you the assist, so you're always ready to make life's next big play. Bancorp South is right where you are and proud to be part of your team. Visit bancorpsouth.com/game day for more information. Member FDIC.
American National Insurance Company is a proud sponsor of Missouri State Bears. While we don't always know what the future brings, we can prepare for it with the help of an insurance ally. Our agents are here to help families like yours protect what matters most, as our clients have always been our #1 priority. That's why American National agents treat you like family, because family comes first. To learn more, connect with a local agent at americannational.com.
Stay where the team stays at DoubleTree by Hilton Springfield, where a warm cookie awaits you during every stay. Low corner of Kearney and Glenstone. We do whatever it takes to make you smile, from our full-service upscale hotel to our friendly staff. DoubleTree by Hilton Springfield is the top 10 hotel in all DoubleTree by Hilton hotels in the Americas for overall experience. Proudly managed by O'Reilly Hospitality Management, LLC. Be sure to ask for the MSU special discounted rate.
From Learfield IMG College, this is the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Fans join in the conversation about Missouri State athletics and get exclusive deals, content, and behind-the-scenes information on your Bears on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Missouri ST Bears. Get connected today or visit the social media hub of MissouriStateBears.com for a complete listing of all MSU athletic social media pages. We're at the Enterprise Center in downtown St. Louis, and the Bears comfortably in front of Indiana State, 60-42. Now, in the preceding game, we've been telling you Loyola was ahead in the second half against Valparaiso by 18 points, but that was with 15 minutes to go. Bears are ahead by 18 points with 7:44 to go, and they weathered a charge. The Sycamores got within 9, but now the Bears have lengthened the lead out again.
Sycamores 7 of 13 here in the second half, 54%, but Bears only 10 of 23, but you made 3 more baskets, and that's attributed to a 34-22 rebound advantage and only 3 turnovers here in the second half by Missouri State.
Indiana State ball. Jordan Barnes pounding the dribble out front. He will pass to Nice. Thought about the catch and shoot. Bounces instead to LaRavia at the free throw line. He will drive on Kabir Muhammad, who stands in there. Makes him give the ball up. One-hand catch. Barnes from the corner. 3, no good. Too long. LaRavia the rebound under the goal. He'll twist back out. Missed it again. The ball is still volleyed, and LaRavia gets it a third time. Puts it on the floor and has it stolen by Cook. Bears come away with it. Cook swats Jordan Barnes' arm away as he will swing it to Kabir Muhammad and out of Mosley at the head of the circle. Mosley to Hall. Drives from the wing. Off to De Silva. Kaboom! A dunk. De Silva. He's got 10, and Nice goes spinning and falling down. It's 5-on-4 Bears. Cook off to De Silva. Fouled on his way to the rim, and he will shoot 2. Bears lead by 20 and shoot free throws with 6:46 to go.
In the last few possessions, it's been the running Bears. Downhill in a hurry, and good catch and dunk, and now foul here, but going to see some of the same. Tulio Da Silva, one of his better efforts of the year at both ends of the floor.
Third foul on Jordan Barnes. Da Silva at the line 2 times. First one is good. Tulio, a 65% free throw shooter. He has 11 points and 7 rebounds tonight. One more for Da Silva. On the way and in. And the Bears with a 22-point lead with 6:43 to go in what has been a very closely contested tournament. This one not very close right now and getting late. Cooper Neese head of the key to Barnes. Bounce pass to Key. He'll raise up, shoot, and make it from the wing. That's a 2-pointer. Tyreek Key, just 7 points for him tonight. Second straight off game he's had against good Missouri State defense. Now pressure by Indiana State. Mosley to Cook. Bears in front court. Cook drives, loses the ball, gathers it back in, and is called for traveling. And I'm not sure he really had possession. He had it. He lost it. He got it back or was in the act of doing so, but called for steps.
But surrounded by defense, you got to be strong with the ball and give it up.
Indiana State ball down by 20. Jordan Barnes gets around Kabir, takes it to the rack, puts it up, no, and rebounded by Da Silva. Yet another. That's 8 rebounds for Tulio tonight. Under 6 minutes to go. Bears up 64-44. Mosley to Cook. Keandre passes cross court. Kind of a soft pass to Hall, but no defender around. Now Hall on the pick and roll to Da Silva. Knocked loose by Cooper Neese of Indiana State. Turnover as the Sycamores get it back, and Barnes now is fouled in backcourt by Keandre Cook, who is not going to concede that possession, but trying to get the ball back. That's his 3rd foul. So 1-1 for the Sycamores. Both teams now are in the bonus with 7 fouls in the second half, 5:38 to go. Prim will check in of Kabir Muhammad, and for Indiana State, Trey Williams enters their lineup.
And Kabir Muhammad with a couple of nice defensive plays here and been strong with the basketball, kept the offense moving down the line, and again, good minutes here tonight for he and the Bears.
Barnes' free throw is good. Jordan Barnes with 11 points, really good player and a senior. He and Christian Williams, the only senior starters for Indiana State. They're starting 2 themselves, Da Silva and Owens. One more for Barnes, and rolled that one in as well. So he has 12 points, and the Bears are up 64-46. Cook, cross court to Mosley, gets it over the 10-second line, and now guarded tough by Christian Williams. Gets around him on the dribble, takes it to the rack, and the help defender there to change the shot. But Da Silva there for the dunk back. Tulio Da Silva just cleaning up everything, particularly here in the second half. Gets a rebound and a dunk. He has 14 points, 8 boards. Here's Neese faking the catch and shoot, dribbles into a 2-pointer and missed. And I think he's better on the catch and shoot, kind of like Keandre.
Yeah, exactly. Catch and shoot guys should catch and shoot and let the dribblers dribble.
Bears by 20 with under 5 minutes to go. Keandre out near the center jump area, now steps into a 3. Keandre Cook, he had 3 points. All of a sudden, now he has 11.
Didn't over-penetrate that time, got a spot. He was open, had clearance, and made the 3.
Catch and shoot by Neese, and he missed. And weak side board to Hall. There's a 23-point lead in the ball with 4.5 minutes remaining here in St. Louis. Biggest margin so far in the tournament was Drake's 21-point win over Northern Iowa, but that was a 2-point game with 8 minutes to go. Here is a drive of the lane by Hall, puts it up too hard, and rebounded by Cooper Neese for Indiana State. Neese ahead to Christian Williams. He will fire it to Barnes. Baseline spin move off the glass and in. Nicely done by Barnes, and timeout taken by Greg Lansing. As we have 4:08 to go, this will turn into the full 4-minute timeout. 4 minutes, 8 seconds away from the semifinals, and the Bears lead Indiana State big, 69-48. You're listening to Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Bear Up, made every day by Missouri State Bears. At University Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, we're committed to that same excellence. As Springfield's only premier full-service convention hotel located in the heart of downtown, you can experience luxury accommodations, personalized service, and upscale dining just minutes from the action at Missouri State University, Springfield Expo Center, and historic Walnut Street. Visit them at upspringfield.com. University Plaza, where local and luxury meet.
It's your month, America, because this is Ford Truck Month. Your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right.
This Missouri State Bears broadcast is brought to you in part by proud Missouri State Bears athletic sponsor, Murney Associates Realtors. Locally owned, internationally recognized. Find your next home on Murney.com from your desktop, tablet, or mobile device. Remember, when you need to make a move, call Murney Associates Realtors at 823-2300. That's 823-2300. It's your best play.
30th anniversary of Arch Madness going on right now here in St. Louis, and the only place to celebrate before and after all the action, Enterprise Center, is the MVC Fan Hangout at Ballpark Village. The MVC Fan Hangout is the ideal place showcasing a diverse offering of restaurants, entertainment, nightlife attractions, and everything Arch Madness. For additional information, download the Arch Madness app today. And Bears look like they will be celebrating a quarterfinal win and advancement to the semifinals tomorrow. Drake will play Bradley at 2:30. Paraiso will play the winner of this game. And right now, it looks like it's going to be the Bears with 4:08 to go. They are leading Indiana State by 21.
Bears have 12 offensive boards, 38-25 advantage there. 16 turnovers for Indiana State. Bears only have 12 and 5 here in the second half. So much better ball security. 10 steals for Missouri State today against a team that averages 9 a game, and Indiana State only has 5 here against Missouri State.
And 36 points in the paint for the Bears here tonight. They have dominated, and that looked like it would be an area where they could, and they have both done that and controlled Indiana State's veteran guards. Mosley out front on the right side, now 8 to shoot, throws it farther out to Cook. He will drive to the three-point line. He'll accelerate a bit. He'll step. He'll put up a 4-shot, made it with the shot clock at 1. Cook was up in the air and on his way down, and he let it go. Here's a 3 at the other end for Indiana State, and it's nailed by Key. So Key now in double figures with 10 points, but becoming garbage time. 3:20 to go, and Bears up by 20. Cook across the timeline to West at the head of the circle. Lamont West had a big first half. West now dribbles once, twice, and loses the ball on the way, and it's out of bounds to Indiana State. Sycamores have 16 turnovers tonight, and that is the Bears' 12th. Jordan Barnes quickly to the three-point line at the other end. Now he backs out, now drives again into the lane, throw it out to Key, splits a double team, throw it in the corner, 3-ball contested, air ball by Christian Williams, and caught on the weak side by Mosley with 2:50 to go. Isaiah Mosley, hands on him by the defender Cameron Baycoat. He'll pick up the foul. That'll stop the clock with 2:50 remaining. Indiana State may persist in doing this for a while, but time and the score very much against them.
Well, both teams are in a bonus now to finish up with 2:50, and Bears ran a little clock last possession before the Keandre Cook jumper from the elbow.
Here's Mosley at the line. Free throw is good. Isaiah with 7 points. He averages 8. Mosley is an 86% free throw shooter. Bears a good free throw shooting team, 74.5%.
Bears 9 of 10 tonight, now 10 of 11.
They're the second best free throw shooting team in the league behind Northern Iowa, as Mosley makes them both. And he's now got the 10th most single-season points for a freshman in MSU history. Here's a drive by Christian Williams. Fires it out for a three from the corner. That's no good by Key. And rebound Ross Owens. Throw it ahead to Mosley behind the defense. One-hand dunk by Mosley. Uncontested. And that is the exclamation point. Bears by 24. 2:28 to go. Barnes to Christian Williams. Baseline drive. Step back. 12-footer. Too long. Weak side board. Mosley. And Indiana State, I don't think, is going to go to great lengths to prolong this. 75-51. As Mosley yo-yos the dribble and just runs out as much clock as he can, given the parameters of the shot clock. Here's West in the lane, puts up a shot around Kessinger, no good. Kabir Muhammad the rebound, and he's grabbed and fouled. That's going to be on Jordan Barnes and will be his fourth. Jordan Barnes, a native St. Louisan, one of the all-time greats, really, in recent history at Indiana State, and looks like this will be his last game, and it'll be played here in his hometown. He goes out now to a round of applause. Although Indiana State will be 18-12, and they may have a chance at some sort of postseason play. Now, Bronson Kessinger and Christian Williams, their other seniors, also taken out by Coach Greg Lansing as Kabir Muhammad gets a free throw, his first of the night.
And you mentioned Barnes being a career leader in so many stats, and of course Larry Bird, you said he wasn't in one of them, but I guarantee you Bird either didn't want to be or they didn't want him to be, or he would be leading that one as well.
Muhammad makes 1 out of 2. Indiana State gets it on the post, and a tough forced shot, no good, by Trey Williams. He was about 8 feet out in double-team traffic. Bears come away with it. Minute 38 to go. And a timeout now, just long enough to substitute, get in Darian Scott and Ford Cooper, and they will come in place of Keandre Cook and Kabir Muhammad, 2 of the Missouri State seniors. So the Bears will have freshmen Mosley and Black and Cooper, and then a sophomore Darian Scott, and then the one upperclassman Lamont West, but a one-year player. He'll drive and dunk. He accelerated, rose up, and threw it home. 14 for West. Bears lead 78-51. Out for a three by Kobe Barnes, no good, and rebounded by Mosley with 1:11 left in the game. And now Key poking at the ball, got it away from Mosley, but Mosley gets it back, gets it in the front court to Jamonte Black. We are under a minute to go. A dominating win for Missouri State. They have by far been the most impressive team in the tournament so far. And tomorrow is another day, but they will live to play tomorrow. Now the Bears just running the clock down. 3 on the shot clock. 2-1. They're going to take the shot clock violation with 41 seconds remaining in the game. And leading 78-51. Remember, we'll get Coach Dana Ford right at the end of the game per Missouri Valley Conference protocol. That'll be our only shot at him before he goes to the press conference. Baycoat driving the lane. Rejected by Darian Scott, who says, get it out. Spencer Brown in now for the Bears as well. 26 seconds to go. 78-51. 4-second difference game in shot clock. Bears may take another shot clock violation. Spencer Brown just dribbling. Indiana State will let him. 9 to shoot, 13 to play. Spencer Brown, Missouri State fans behind us and across the way, all saluting this victory. They take the shot clock violation with 5 seconds to go. And Indiana State will have one final possession. They'll just inbound it and hold the ball. Greg Lansing and Dana Ford shake hands. And a big win for the Bears as they rout Indiana State 78-51. I love it when a plan comes together. And that is what has happened today. The 1 seed is out. The 2 seed is out. The 3 seed is out. And in the Final Four, the semifinals, the seeds are 8, 7, 6, and 4. So Bradley, the highest-seeded remaining team in the tournament. Bears are on the opposite side of the bracket with them. It'll be Drake and Bradley tomorrow at 2:30. Bears and Valpo tomorrow at 5. And again, we'll get Coach Dana Ford here right away, hopefully, as the teams have done the handshakes. Rick Kindhart is directing traffic across the way. He's directing Ross Owens towards the TV cameras and Dana Ford toward us. Dana gives a fist shake at the Bears fans and joins us courtside. Coach, great win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, our guys played really hard. I didn't expect anything else. They've been practicing hard. We have an experienced group that's playing as a team more. Still can play as a team even at another level, but you know, when you're that big and athletic and you're playing hard, you impose some problems on the other team.
Well, and you impose some problems on them inside with De Silva and Prim really taking advantage, and you did that while at the same time controlling their guards, Key and Barnes.
Yeah, Josh Hall's a fantastic defender, and you know, we got Ross and Jamonte out there. They can do it. And then what happens is the guys that are coming off the bench, they know they have to guard or we're going to put the starters back in. So now you got Cook guarding a little bit. You got Isaiah Mosley trying to guard somebody, Tulio trying to guard. So, you know, just all the credit belongs to our players.
Tulio with 9 rebounds. You had a dominating rebounding game tonight.
Yeah, and we should, Art. I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't dominate the glass, and we have, and it's just simple as going, you know, to be quite honest. And we're probably going to get them if we go, and the only way we don't get them is if we don't go.
And so now you play tomorrow, and it's been a crazy day of upsets as the top 3 seeds have all lost in one day.
Anybody can beat anybody. You know, we've got a chance to, you know, give ourselves a opportunity to make something here in St. Louis, and that I don't know the last time the Bears had that opportunity. I'm not sure, but we need to come out tomorrow, take it one possession at a time, one half at a time.
And again, the Ross Owens factor, not a lot shows up in the stat sheets, but his heart and his effort do, and they rub off on the others.
Plus minus, I'd like to see what his was tonight. I'm sure it was somewhere in the teens, I'd have to imagine. Maybe not.
Plus 13.
Plus 13, yeah. I mean, he's got some assists. He keeps the ball moving, plays hard. All those deflections he gets out there, he just plays hard.
So Valpo tomorrow, and they had to go overtime in a really tough game. Can't control them, but they'll be playing their 3rd game in 3 days.
Yeah, and they whipped us the last time, so we'll see if we remember how that went.
Okay, Dana, thanks. Good job. Coach Dana Ford as the Bears beat Indiana State 78-51. We invite you to stay tuned for the Bud Light Locker Room postgame show next. This is Missouri State basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the new Hy-Vee Aisles Online app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $30, and delivery is free with the membership. Save time. Shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
The new State Farm Drive Safe and Save app could get you a discount up to 30%. But this State Farm radio ad gets you a 100% discount on this classic.
If I could drive safe and save, would higher rates pass me by?
Get a discount up to 30% with Drive Safe and Save.
Just save some tonight.
Discounts may vary. Not available in all states.
I'm Holly Hesse, head coach of the softball Bears. Winning on the field is easy, but when it comes to taxes, I'm at a loss. So I count on ATMS Accounting, Tax Management Services, when it's tax time. ATMS is my tax coach, but they do much more than taxes. Bears fans, get 50% off your first tax preparation at ATMS by calling 417-886-2323 or go to atmsspringfield.com.
Whether you're after spring turkey or fish in the rivers or on open waters, get outfitted for success at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. With premium brands like Blackout, Redhead, and Johnny Moore's, we'll equip you with the right gear for any adventure. In our stores, you can test the flex on a fishing rod and get that bow tuned precisely where you need it. Plus, get excellent advice from our outfitters. Come in today or shop online for a wide selection of products. Experience it for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's the right time to get behind the wheel of the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. After all, what truck has the most functional bed in its class and up to 20% more cargo volume than the competition? The Chevy Silverado. And what truck offers the powertrains to help you find the power and efficiency you need? The Chevy Silverado. Head into your local Chevy dealer and see for yourself that the only truck that compares to a Chevy Silverado is another Chevy Silverado. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Wilson Logistics is proud to be the official logistics partner of Missouri State Athletics. Wilson Logistics is a fast-growing, family-owned company based right here in Springfield, Missouri, and offers paid internships with flexible scheduling specifically for MSU students. Paid internships are available in marketing, sales, operations, IT, accounting, and human resources. Learn more at wilsonlogistics.com/internships. And bear up.
On the Missouri State Sports Network from Learfield IMG College, Bears basketball has been brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Color 10. Ozarks First proudly supports Bears athletics. Associated Electric Cooperative, Inc. And by Midwest Ford Dealers. Now back to courtside. This is the Bears postgame show.
Some quick notes on the game that just concluded.
And back with you, courtside at the Enterprise Center. Welcome to the Bud Light Locker Room postgame show, brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of Bears Athletics, reminding you to enjoy responsibly. Bears enjoy a 78-51 win over Indiana State, which falls to 18-12. They were the third-place finisher in the Valley, and the Bears go to 16-16. They tied for sixth, won a tiebreaker with Valparaiso to not have to play on Thursday night. Now they'll be playing Valparaiso, and as Dana Ford said, Mike, a moment ago, the Bears will remember that's really the only bad game they've had in the last 9 was at Valparaiso a week ago Tuesday, so they've got a chance to wash that out of their collective memories tomorrow night.
Exactly, and you look at there'll probably be some snippets that they'll watch of that game, but also they'll proceed with the, they had 2 scouting reports on Valpo. They also saw them play the game prior to the Bears game here, and anything new or different that they're doing, and they fell behind early, to give the Crusaders credit. Fell behind early, but able to come back against Loyola. But tonight, all Bears, 45-26 rebounding advantage, and they held Christian Williams, Jordan Barnes, Tyreek Key to 10 of 34 shooting.
Let's pause here 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Missouri State basketball in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament from Learfield IMG College.
Serving the metropolitan area, WGNU St. Louis.
Well, the Bears win it by 78-51 score, and Shane will go through the specific numbers. We've talked about some of them, but the rebounding advantage certainly key for Missouri State tonight, no pun intended. Tyreek Key limited to 10 points. He absolutely destroyed the Bears in the game in Springfield, and now 2 games since, both double-figure Missouri State wins. They have held him well in check. This, by the way, was the Bears' second biggest margin of victory this year, 27-point win. The only one more was against Drake at home, in which they beat them by 35. But the Bears tonight with 5 players in double figures, and again, and Dana Ford, Mike, talks like he's not surprised at this. He knew he had a talented team. He had recruited a talented team. It didn't come together until late, but better late than never, and they are most definitely playing their best basketball of the season here over the last month.
Exactly, and we've talked about offense and defense, just better movement, much more team-oriented at both ends of the floor, talking better on defense, passing the ball better on offense. The rebounding has come back. It left for a few games there early in the conference season, put the Bears in a hole, but it has come back and just much more fun to watch as a fan, but has to be more fun for the Bears to play as well when you have all those pistons working and that engine is running smoothly, and it is doing that right now on both ends tonight. And there was some transition in there as well at the offensive end, and Bears had some fast break opportunities, or at least secondary break opportunities, and points in the paint favored them 40-22, and that's hard to overcome if you're Sycamores.
The Bears' season rebounding top was 49 rebounds against Cleveland State. They had 45 tonight, and look how it was distributed. De Silva had 9, Prim had 8, but 5 rebounds each for Ross Owens, Keandre Cook, Isaiah Mosley, and Lamont West. And Josh Hall had 4 and did a great job defensively on key. So, indeed, Bears a collective team effort tonight, and it's really impressive when it's all meshing.
Well, and looking forward to tomorrow, because you've got the goal, obviously, is 3 games in 3 days. But Josh Hall, 27 minutes tonight, was the only, played more than any other Bear. We had 4, 6, 8 players that had 18 or more minutes. Kabir Muhammad had 9. So we had 9 players, and no one played more than 27 minutes. And bench points advantage for the Bears, 38-5 tonight. So everyone contributed, and fatigue should not be a factor tomorrow. Plus, Valpo went into overtime in their game against Loyola.
Bears win it 78-51 over Indiana State. After these messages, we'll check news and scores at the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Hey, sports fans. South knows no matter where you are in life, there's nothing quite like game day. That's why our team of experts is committed to providing the financial resources you need for those tense moments and big wins. Bancorp South is right where you are and proud to be part of your team. Visit bancorpsouth.com/gameday for more information. Member FDIC.
It's your month, America, because this is Ford Truck Month. Your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right.
Bear Up, a commitment of excellence made every day by Missouri State Bears. At University Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, we're committed to that same excellence. As Springfield's only premier full-service convention hotel located in the heart of downtown, you can experience luxury accommodations, personalized service, and upscale dining just minutes from the action at Missouri State University, Springfield Expo Center, and historic Walnut Street. Visit them at upspringfield.com. University Plaza, where local and luxury meet.
Well, win tonight, Bears fans, 78-51 over Indiana State. We welcome you to the Great Southern Bank Studio Report on the Missouri State Radio Network. I'm your host, Shane Freebie. Ready for an upgrade? Get a Great Southern loan. Great Southern Bank member, FDIC, equal housing lender. Second half highlights start like this, just immediately out of the halftime break. First possession Missouri State had. Josh Hall gets on the board.
Prim dribbles through triple team traffic off to Hall, cutting baseline. Getting a foul.
We mentioned in the first half that Gage Prim had a quiet 10 points in the first half, showed off his shooting skills in the second.
Gage Prim, 14 to shoot. Spin move, put up an off-balance bank shot. Good. I tell you, Prim would be hard to beat in a game of horse because he knows all the angles.
Tulio De Silva inside. Didn't really have to worry about an angle here.
Black bounces it to De Silva, gets inside Laravia for a dunk.
How about Lamont West's play? An outstanding game to start out the Valley Tournament.
Entry pass instead to De Silva. Pull up baseline jumper, pinballs out. West the offensive rebound and sticks it back in.
Keandre Cook was scoreless through the first half of play, would finally get on the board in the second half.
Keandre Cook with a shot fake and now puts that up and good from 3.
His first points of the game, but it wouldn't be his last.
Hall to Cook on the right wing. He's going to shoot the three and made it.
Catch and shoot.
So a big-time shot there, and Missouri State just continued to roll. They would build up a 27-point lead at one time in this, and they would end up winning 78-51. That was the final. Now your Houlihan's final statistics in the game. Missouri State made half their baskets, 31 of 62, 5 of 15 from outside, and was stellar at the line, 11 of 13 from the charity stripe. The defense did their part as well, holding the Sycamores to only 34%, 19 of 56. Heard the guys talk about that big rebounding edge, 45-26. That would earn them 12 second chance points. Big production off the bench, 38-5, and they dominated the paint, 40-22, 11 assists on the 31 made baskets. Scoring in the game, another strong game for the entire team in this one. No one real standout. Gage Prim finished with 17, 7 of 14 shooting. He had 8 rebounds, 14 points for Tulio Da Silva. He also led the way rebounding-wise with 9 boards. Lamont West with 14. Keandre Cook, once he got rolling, boy, did he ever. 13 points on 4 of 11 shooting, 3 of 6 from outside, 2 of 2 at the foul line, and he had 5 rebounds. Isaiah Mosley finishes with 10. Kabir Muhammad with a free throw, and Ross Owens got those 2 threes in that first half. He finished with 6 in the game. He would have 3 assists and 5 boards as well. Josh Hall with 3. Everybody got in and everybody contributed. They may not have gotten in the scoring column, but everybody did play a solid game tonight for the Bears, 78-51. And those are your Houlihan's final statistics. Join Houlihan's Text Club to receive special promotions by texting Bears to 21333. See you at the Who. Thanks for joining us on the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. We rejoin Art and Mike from St. Louis when we come back right after this. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
American National Insurance Company is a proud sponsor of Missouri State Bears. While we don't always know what the future brings, we can prepare for it with the help of an insurance ally. Our agents are here to help families like yours protect what matters most, as our clients have always been our #1 priority. That's why American National agents treat you like family, because family comes first. To learn more, connect with a local agent at AmericanNational.com.
I'm Holly Hesse, head coach of the softball Bears. Winning on the field is easy, but when it comes to taxes, I'm at a loss. So I count on ATMS Accounting, Tax Management Services, when it's tax time. ATMS is my tax coach, but they do much more than taxes. Bears fans, get 50% off your first tax preparation at ATMS by calling 417-886-2323 or go to atmsspringfield.com.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
Back with you on the Bud Light Locker Room postgame show, brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of Bears Athletics, reminding you to enjoy responsibly. We already had our DoubleTree by Hilton visit with the coach, DoubleTree by Hilton at Glenstone and Kearney in Springfield, where a warm cookie always awaits your arrival. So the Bears have already gone in the postgame news conference. The winning team goes first, and we've got a direct feed into the press room. Not hearing anything right now, so Indiana State may be a little late coming out. We may listen in on some of that as they get to the podium. But the Bears, a decisive win tonight, 78-51, and they advance now to the semifinals tomorrow. And the Bears now, in 30 years of Arch Madness, have won at least one game in the tournament, 23 of those years. But they will be in the semifinals for the first time since 2017. And what a unbelievable day today as the 1 seed Northern Iowa fell to an 8 seed. First time ever that has happened in this format of the tournament going back to the 1990s. And then the 2 seed, Loyola, fell to Valparaiso, and that's only the second time that a 2 seed has lost to a play-in winner in the quarterfinals. Bradley did defeat Southern by 5 and Bears by 27 over Indiana State, and Missouri State was the lower seed. By that, they were the 6. Indiana State was the 3, but Missouri State was a 2-point favorite coming into the game.
Well, and based on the play in Terre Haute, where the Bears did a really nice job, not as nice as tonight, but with a 13-point victory. But Bears very solid, and probably looking at the balance and looking at the production, one of the better all-around games of the year. Obviously, in the top group there, when you look at the rebounding advantage and the shooting, being able to shoot 50% for the game, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, just really solid all the way around. Early turnovers got taken care of, and Bears were pretty secure with the ball late. But points in the paint, 40-22. I know Shane mentioned that. Bench points, 38-5. Just really dominating stats there moving forward.
So you would feel, you'd think, pretty good about this matchup tomorrow. But again, Bears tied Valparaiso in the regular season, got beat by this team just last Tuesday night by 15 points. So from that standpoint, Valparaiso very viable. The thing they've got going against them, though, is it's going to be their third game in 3 days, and they had to go overtime tonight. So eventually that takes its physical toll. Same thing with Drake. They'll be playing their third game in 3 days, whereas Bradley, like Missouri State, will only be playing their second in 2 days.
And the Bears utilized 9 players tonight, 9 minutes or above. And when you have a big lead like that, you can do that with your shuffling in of your players, with your substitution. You can do that, and you can kind of look forward a little bit. Once you're up 15-18, a few minutes to go in the game, you can kind of look forward to that and get people on the bench, get them some rest. But also got to remember, and I think Dana will remind them, gave up 91 to Valpo last Tuesday in Valpo. So 90 or 91?
89.
89, okay. 89. Yeah, it's a lot. So I know they were headed toward 90, and Bears not a solid effort that night, particularly defensively.
Bears win it here in a very solid effort from start to finish, 78-51. And after these messages, more at the Great Southern Bank Studio with Shane Freeby. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
This is a radio ad for Natural Light. Although you may know us as Natty Light, we've got big news. We made a 6% hard seltzer, so move over basic seltzers of the world because Natty Light Seltzer has entered the chat. Our seltzers come in flavors like Aloha Beaches, a mango and peach flavored blend, and Catalina Lime Mixer, when cherry and lime become best friends. Natty Light Seltzer, the seltzer you never saw coming, is here. Enjoy responsibly. 2019 Anheuser-Busch Catalina Lime Mixer, Natural Light, Aloha Beaches flavored malt beverages, sales in Texas, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the new Hy-Vee Aisles Online app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $30, and delivery is free with a membership. Save time. Shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
People always say, I'm craving this or that. But what people are really saying is they're missing something. Something they didn't see or do yesterday. Well, that something is Hula Hands. And we're as different as they come. It's a dining experience that's so much more than just food on a fork. Contemporary but casual, familiar yet adventurous. That's Hula Hands style. And you'll see it on every plate. Hula Hands, your new craving.
Hula Hands, 2 convenient locations in Springfield at Glenstone and Kearney and Republic and Glenstone.
Welcome back to the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. Ready for an upgrade? Get a Great Southern loan. Great Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. It is our final sports news update presented by Pinnacle Sign Group. The St. Louis Blues' 8-game winning streak came to an end at the hands of a team that very few would have expected to beat them. The New Jersey Devils ended more than 6 years of frustration against the Blues by stunning the defending Stanley Cup champs 4-2. And President Donald Trump is honoring a pair of retired golf pros with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest honor the president can give a civilian. Annika Sorenstam and Gary Player will receive the medal during a White House ceremony on March 23rd. This Sports News Update has been brought to you by Pinnacle Sign Group, proud supporter of the Missouri State Bears. Now for the payroll company scores from around the country, 3 games are still being played this evening, and they are all in conference tournaments. In the Ohio Valley Conference semifinal game, Murray State leads Austin Peay 71-58. Pepperdine at the half on top of Santa Clara 41-26. That is in the second round of the West Coast Conference. And in another semifinal matchup, this one in the Mountain West Championship, also at halftime, Utah State leads Wyoming 38-31. That is the payroll company scoreboard. Visit paydaysmadeeasy.com. And thank you so much for joining us this evening on the Great Southern Bank Studio Report. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. So we'll do it all again tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock start for the next Bears broadcast. We will be back at the studio at that time to provide you with news, updates, and scores from around the country. I'm Shane Freeby, and this is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Bear Up. It's made every day by Missouri State Bears. At University Plaza Hotel and Convention Center, we're committed to that same excellence. As Springfield's only premier full-service convention hotel located in the heart of downtown, you can experience luxury accommodations, personalized service, and upscale dining just minutes from the action at Missouri State University, Springfield Expo Center, and historic Walnut Street. Visit them at upspringfield.com. University Plaza, where local and luxury meet.
It's your month, America, because this is Ford Truck Month. Your month for great deals on legendary Ford trucks like F-150, Super Duty, and Ranger. Your month to drive Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 43 years straight. Your month for big-time power, off-road capability, and turning heads around town. Your month to, well, you get the idea.
Based on 1977 through 2019 calendar year total sales.
Great deals, tough trucks. Oh, yeah, it's Ford Truck Month, all right.
Wherever your adventures take you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsite and the lake to the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Eclipse, and Natural Reflections, we've got the apparel and gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
To the Bud Light Locker Room postgame show brought to you by Bud Light, official sponsor of Bears Athletics, reminding you to enjoy responsibly. Bears over Indiana State tonight, 78-51. So Missouri State advances to the semifinals for the first time since 2017. They're now 17-11 in the quarterfinal round, and they will play Valparaiso tomorrow at 5. We'll be on the air at 4:30. Drake and Bradley will play at 2:30 in the first game. Hopefully they won't go overtime, but you never know. It's been a wild and unpredictable first 2 days of the tournament.
Probably the most ever, looking at it, and particularly you've got 4, 6, 7, and 8 seeds left, and in the process, all 4 of these teams feel good about themselves. All 4 of these teams are glad those 3 teams, the top 3 seeded teams, lost, and all 4 of them think they got a chance to keep going. It's there for the taking, but you'll have to take it. There'll be no giving with the teams that are remaining.
6,521 the attendance tonight for this session as the Bears advance to the semifinals. Mike, thanks.
You bet, Art.
So tomorrow it'll be the Bears in Valparaiso for the 3rd time this year, 5 o'clock in semifinal game 2. We'll be on the air at 4:30 on most of these Bears Radio Network stations. Bears win it tonight over Indiana State, 78-51. And now speaking for Mike Keltner, for our studio host Shane Freeby, and our producer Dwayne Darr at Meyer Communications in Springfield, Art Haynes saying thanks for joining us. Good night from St. Louis. This is Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Bears basketball has been brought to you by Color 10. Ozarks First proudly supports Bears athletics. State Farm, University Plaza Hotel, and by Bud Light. The preceding has been a Learfield IMG College presentation of the Missouri State Sports Network.
This is AM 920 WGNU St. Louis.